You got to get home and deal with those little distractions and try to make sure that you're professionally ready to play every night when you're coming to the rink.
And that's the challenge for the Manitoba Moose tonight, coming off the road. They had a trip that was 6 games long most recently, concluding with a couple of contests in Toronto over the weekend. And the road trip saw them finish up
And now, fans, please remain standing and welcome Princess Margaret School Choir for the singing of O Canada.
Great job, guys. We're all set for hockey on a Tuesday night in downtown Winnipeg. Mitch Peacock alongside Derek Meach. Game one of a 4-game homestand for the Manitoba Moose. And it begins with a 2-game set against the Rockford Ice Hogs, the team right in front of the Manitoba Moose in the Central Division standings. Manitoba is in 8th, Rockford is in 7th. Manitoba with 44 points on the season, Rockford with 49. But the Ice Hogs have played 3 more games than have the Moose to this point in the campaign. So the Moose know this matchup with Rockford very important for them in trying to climb the ladder in the Central. Manitoba beginning tonight with Eric Comrie in goal. Eric makes his 14th start in the last 15 games. Comes in with a mark of 11-18-4. 2.80 the goals against. 910 is the save percentage. And getting it started in front of him tonight, Nelson Nogier and Peter Stojkovic on the blue line. Patrice Cormier in between J.C. Lapon and Kyle Connor. It's a line that's been effective for the Moose in recent games. The Moose are in blue. They attack the goal to our left. The Ice Hogs are in white and attack the goal to our right. Their netminder tonight, Jeff Glass. And he comes into the action 5-5-1, 2.26 his goals against, and 9.19 his save percentage with Rockford this season. Play underway and they skate into the Moose zone. The puck slides towards the netminder Comrie, and Eric will stop the action by dropping his left hand on top of it and getting the whistle to seize things. 19 seconds in, little snow on that blue jersey as he gets a visit from Brandon Mashinter coming down, and Mashinter playing 450 tonight in his AHL career, game number 450. Player who's also spent some time at the NHL level. And you got to respect those guys who've been rolling up their sleeves and getting to work for that length of time at this level of play.
Yeah, especially at this level, when you see that amount of games, you realize how difficult that is to hang in there in this league, and it's quite an accomplishment.
Tip your cap to Brandon Mashinter. Game 450 tonight. Play off the face-off in the Moose zone, goes behind the Manitoba net. Collecting along the boards is Michael Latta. Latta over from the LA organization last month. And Latta working in the right wing corner. Spins away from some checking, played it out.
Lenny, who was in front of that shot to turn it away, and the Ice Hogs now dump it once more into the offensive zone as the puck is rolled around in behind the net here. Battle ensues behind the cage off to the right wing side. Roslovic got bumped along the boards. Another very skilled American-born player is Roslovic, who now takes an outlet feed, skates through center, and fires the puck to the offensive zone for Manitoba. It is trapped out behind the net by Jeff Glass. Rolled to the blue line.
Roslovic.
Couple nice plays by Scott Glennie, settling things down, getting the puck to his teammates so he can go down the ice and try to get some offensive zone time.
And here they are, the offensive end. Zajac in his Moose debut slides it to the corner looking for Lodge. Picked up by Langlois, and now Langlois in a give and go will get it back and cross the Moose line right side. Langlois out of Arizona insists on that pronunciation. He is not French Canadian, and now with the puck in his own zone, it's Jimmy Lodge. Lodge bumped it off the boards, turned it over this time, comes to the line for Norrell. Norrell just plays it left corner, tracking it down McNeil, the former Prince Albert Raider. He goes back to the line for Norrell. Norrell into the slot, skipped away from McNeil. He's checked by DeLeo. Zajac down low, along the wall for Lemieux. Lemieux played it forward looking for DeLeo. picked off at the Rockford line. Norell back into his own zone a little deeper, will go to his left. And Svedberg starts it forward. 6'9", 234, Victor Svedberg. Puck in behind the Manitoba goal. Stojkovic got it around. Chipped by the Moose player Noje towards the line, but Rockford keeps it in, takes it to the net. A little bit of pressure here from the Ice Hogs, but a pass that's a little off the mark will ease things up for Manitoba.
Ice Hogs coming out with a really nice start here, playing like a team that has some playoff aspirations.
And here they come, as you said, looking sharp. They get across the line, gets away from Spencer Abbott. And the Moose will bring it towards that Rockford line. Get it inside the line, not by much, and in a delayed offside situation, they have to clear out. Rockford gets it in the Moose end. There's Stojkovic up the left side for Straight. He strides towards center, plays the puck on for Cormier. The captain's down the left side of the Rockford zone. Plays it low, in on the forecheck. Straight with a big bump. Now Straight gets it back, shot it short side, and caught the outside of the net. Some of the fans thought it was 1-0 Moose. Just over 3 minutes gone, scoreless first period.
Yeah, really nice play by Straight there, getting on the forecheck. It's nice to see the defense getting up in the play and make things happen. Really
important for the Moose to try and generate some offense with those defensemen getting in and lending a hand. Here comes Carrick the other way. Rockford along the boards, gets past Abbott. Down low, Tyler Mott on the scene. Eventually to the line, left wing side, Gustafsson in the slot. The shot by Carrick doesn't get through. Comes toward Norell at the line. He'll reach out and bring it in. Goes down the left, fires one. Comrie did well, cut off the short side, and then caught that puck as it bounced off his blocker and made sure that the Ice Hogs weren't able to whack away at a rebound. 3:47 in. Shots 3-0 Rockford. The game is scoreless, and Pascal Vincent talked in the pregame show about the transition game of this Rockford Ice Hogs team, and you can see it already. They're very quick to get the puck up ice.
Well, they've been on their toes, and they're not letting the Moose get any kind of play with the puck in their own end. Every time the puck touches a Moose player's stick, they're all over them, and it's pretty evident they've had a lot of offensive zone time already in this one.
Off the face-off in that Moose zone, Howden comes to center, gets inside the Rockford line. Is in a battle with Norell. He'll go back to the line for Churchman. He goes to his right. Noje takes a drive, went off his skate. Down in the corner with it, Roslovic. Turned it over to Norell. Along the boards, and Latta deflects it smartly to Mott. Mott at the Moose line, stood up by Churchman, taken down by Churchman. Puck goes along the boards. Churchman there against Mott again. Mott a handful, a star with the University of Michigan last year on that line that did so well that included Kyle Connor. Puck played forward to Howden. He's across the red stripe. Will backhand it in. And Glass plays it off from the side of the goal to Forsling. Forsling a lead pass to center ice. Striding across the Moose line. Lundberg played it off to McNeil. He fired it wide. Skating down the right side, Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom played it toward the net. Spinning and firing Langlois. Can't get it on goal. Fast-paced opening few minutes here at MTS Center. Still scoreless as Langlois fires it into Moose territory. 6 goals and an assist, 7 points in the last 11 games for Langlois, his best stretch of the year, and tops on the team in recent games. Now Manitoba 4 across, get across the red line. Send it left wing corner. Lemieux's there, supported by Lodge. Lemieux gets a bump on his man, Lundberg. He's got a couple of goals against Manitoba this season, Martin Lundberg, and this time Rockford clears it up, but right back in. Stojkovic toward the goal for DeLeo. Backhands it towards the net. There's Glass. He drops and had a little trouble holding onto it, but he's got it. And we get a whistle. A little discussion there. Jimmy Lodge in around the goal. Olsen coming over with some words for Gustafsson. And good to see that fire in the Moose after some confident play from Rockford down at the other end.
That's right. You see that play, the play by Stojkovic right at the blue line is the way to fight against a really good transition hockey team like the Rockford Ice Hogs. You got to have your gap up. You got to be in their face. You can't let them get any kind of room. It's a good job by Stojkovic, and then they get an offensive chance on the net.
And right off the face-off, the Moose get a shot. Kosmachuk can't get it through. Cleared out by Mosey into the neutral zone. Now the Moose have it in the form of Ryan Olsen. Took a heavy bump, went down. He looks all right. And the play carries on. Left wing side, Kosmachuk pushed it in the Rockford end. Svedberg finds it. Forward on the stick of D'Souza. And now Svedberg has it again. Bounces one just wide of the Manitoba net. That's going to be icing. And it will come all the way back into the Rockford zone. A little surprise there that Rockford didn't make the effort to make the attention to detail pay off and get that over the red line before the shoot-in.
Yeah, now we got Connor, Cormier, and Lipon on the ice here, trying to get something going offensively. Patrice Cormier has been on fire lately, and this month he's been playing really well for the Moose with 4 goals. So it's going to be nice to see him get something going here.
Right off the face-off, they do get a shot on the net. Churchman with the drive, punched out by Glass. This is first line against fourth line from a Manitoba standpoint. And now along the boards, Cormier to the line for Churchman. Mosey's without a helmet. He's leaving the playing surface. That gives the Moose an edge. Here's Cormier, takes the shot. Glass save on the short side. Rebound and another save by Glass. And he's able to hold it and earn the whistle. But the Moose making things happen off a face-off win at the offensive end.
Yeah, and when a guy loses his helmet, he has to get off the ice. The rule is you can't skate, you can't stay on the ice, not like the NHL, where if you lose your lid, you can stay on the ice and keep playing. You got to get off the ice, and the Moose did a good job taking advantage of that guy off the ice.
Get that puck to the net. They got a chance. They'll have a face-off in the offensive zone when we come back. Scoreless at MTS Center. 13:44 to go in period 1 on Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning. Manitoba Moose Hockey here on moosehockey.com.
Goche Cadillac Buick GMC is Winnipeg's choice for premium cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Proudly serving Cadillac, Buick, and GMC drivers for over 14 years strong. Goche prides themselves on providing award-winning service and the best selection. Whether you're looking for a GMC or Buick like the Sierra, Terrain, Enclave, Verano, Encore, or Envision, or a Cadillac like the XT5 SUV or the CT6 sedan, you know where to go. Goche Cadillac Buick GMC.com and at 2400 McPhillips.
There's a new destination for Mexican cuisine, and it's nothing like you've experienced before. La Roca. La Roca not only has a fantastic elevated Mexican menu, but they have live music and some of the city's best DJs. With happy hour from open until 7 on select pints, and highballs are $5. Please drink responsibly. Book the room for private functions, big or small.
Manitoba Moose Hockey continues on Moose Hockey.
Sox, they won that between. And so we've got ourselves an even season series with each team winning once. From the face-off in the Rockford zone, striding away. Abbott across the Moose line. Cross ice left side looking for Mashinter. Helping out is Forsling. Forsling down the wall. Takes a bounce for the Moose. Lepon will go to Stojkovic. Forward for J.C. Lepon. Lepon across that Rockford line. Slipped away from him. Dahlstrom. Right side to Carrick. Here comes Carrick across the center ice line. Sam Carrick drives it in, got away from Comrie in the corner. Noget and Carrick sent left side. Now out front, a chance in tight as Abbott tried to get to it, and he couldn't get a shot away. Shipped in behind the goal, tracking it down is Abbott. Abbott behind the Moose goal, having a look, goes to the line. Along the boards, Gustafsson, and he'll go down to Mashinter. Mashinter down low, sent out front. One-time chance in close, and fired just wide by Abbott, who found some space as the Rockford Ice Hogs had good movement at the offensive end.
You don't want to give Abbott that chance too often. He's so good with his hands and tight like that. And he gets lost in the play. You think he's not paying attention, and all of a sudden he's right there with the puck right in the back of your net.
He leads the Ice Hogs with 30 points on the season and leads them in goals with 12. Just past 7 minutes played in the opening period, 7.5 played. Scoreless, Moose and Ice Hogs as the play goes from the Ice Hog line to the center ice line. Fired in by Mott, stopping at Eric Comrie as it bounces off the boards. He goes to Kitchen. Kitchen tried a short pass in the circle, turned over, and now the Moose scramble a little bit, settle it down. Jack Roslovic starts out from behind his own goal. Out of Columbus, Ohio, Roslovic to center. Left side for Churchman. Gains the line, takes the shot. That ricochets wide. Along the boards is Latta. Latta back in front of his own goal. It took a bounce away from Norrell, but he finds it and plays it for Svedberg. Now onward for McNeil across the Moose line. Drops for Mott. Mott snaps it. That hit a set of shin pads, went wide. McNeil tried the wraparound and couldn't tuck it in. Manitoba gets it down in that Rockford zone. 8.5 minutes played. Scoreless first period. Shots 4-3 Moose, but Rockford's had the territorial edge in play.
Manitoba doing a better job getting up in the play.
So Brendan Lemieux did the cardinal sin these days. Took a hand off his stick, reached out with the free hand, and when he got that tug on the Rockford player, the referees picked up on it very quickly. As he saw Norrell come out from behind his own goal, there was Lemieux with the grab. And not much debating. That's called on a regular basis in today's game. 8:41 in.
The old story, when you come in with your hand off your stick, you jackknife the guy, puck comes loose, it's not going to be a non-call very often.
So Rockford goes to the power play. First power play of the hockey game. Ice Hogs, 27th in the American Hockey League on the road on the power play. But they've had a good start 5-on-5, and sometimes that fuels the power play. Play in the Moose zone down to our right. Goes to Polka. Polka to the center of the line. Gustafsson the drive, deflected in front by Maschenter, went wide. He's a big presence in front of the goal. At the line, Gustafsson again. To his right for Polka. Polka snaps one, that missed by several feet. And will take care of clearing the zone for the Moose with the carom off the boards.
He's lucky he missed that one. He had the whole right side of the net open, but overlooked it and went down the ice.
Manitoba will take a break like that. Try to clog up the neutral zone now. Here come the Ice Hogs across the Moose blue line. Sent to the right side for Polka. Center of the line, Gustafsson. He goes to his left. There's Abbott. Abbott down along the goal line. Out front for the one-timer, and Maschenter sends it wide. To the line, Gustafsson. He goes to Abbott. Abbott tries to walk to the middle. He's being pressured. Right side one-timer. Rebound chance, they score. Brandon Maschenter. Power play goal. And it's 1-0 for the Ice Hogs.
That's some quick movement by this Ice Hogs club. They're zipping the puck around on that end and taking shots when the opportunity arises, and that's always tough for a penalty kill. And you got guys taking shots, the retrievals are there. They get the puck to the net, and it's a nice 3-foot tap in by Maschenter.
9:45 in, a power play goal, and the Rockford Ice Hogs are on the board first. It doesn't look like the 27th power play in the American Hockey League the way they're whipping it around.
No, that was pretty impressive. First power play of the game.
1 for 1 with the extra skater, and that penalty that is really an avoidable one from Brendan Lemieux put the Moose behind the 8 ball. Lemieux learning to walk the line with his aggressive game. Leading American Hockey League rookies in minor penalties coming into the action tonight. Here come the Moose back to 5-on-5. In on goal, the chance. Kosmachuk, and he now will draw a penalty, a similar foul to the one that Brendan Lemieux did just a few moments ago. And the Moose will get a chance with the extra skater after the commercial timeout in the building. 9:50 to go in period 1. Rockford up 1, but the Moose up a man when we come back on Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning. Manitoba Moose Hockey on moosehockey.com.
Downtown Winnipeg was once the heart of our city. It was the place to be, and the streets were alive. And now, what was, will be again. When Manitoba builds big, we turn to expert tradespeople to make dreams a reality.
My dad built it!
Manitoba Building Trades, Manitoba's unionized construction industry. A vibrant downtown where people can live, work, and play. We build what others can only imagine. Visit mbtrades.ca and come build with us.
We love our kids.
They're 2 and 4.
But we really don't want to have more.
So get a vasectomy.
Okay.
If you want to have sex with me.
I do.
So we'll book us an appointment
Today with Dr. J.
Dr. J. Blenefe offers a no-needle, no-scalpel vasectomy performed in less than 10 minutes. Visit vasectomymanitoba.ca.
This is Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning, Manitoba Moose Hockey on moosehockey.com.
Back at MTS Center, 9:50 to go in the first period. Mitch Peacock alongside Derek Meach. And it's 1-0 for the Rockford Ice Hogs. A power play goal from Brandon Maschenter, 10th goal of the season. Assist to Eric Gustafsson and his Spencer Fox. And an opportunity very quickly here for Manitoba to get back on even terms.
Yeah, they have to try to take a page out of the Ice Hogs book here and get that puck moving fast, take shots when you have them, and get guys screening that big goalie in glass.
Manitoba 0 for 2 on the power play Saturday in Toronto. First time in 4 games they hadn't scored a power play goal. Pretty productive with the extra skater, 4 for 16 going into the game in Toronto over that stretch of success. Right now, Rockford with the puck. They can't clear. Churchman held into the line nicely. Right side for Roslovic. He looks to the middle. Bounced off a Rockford player. Finding it is Connor. Kyle Connor to the line for Jack Roslovic. He'll dance to his right, feed it back. Picked up by Churchman. Shot is blocked. Now there's a foot race. McNeil and Churchman. McNeil has a break if he can get in front. Nice defensive play by Churchman.
Really nice play, getting back on the play there and getting a stick in the way.
And there was nowhere to hide there. He was either going to stop McNeil or McNeil was in on goal. An excellent play from Churchman. 1:12 to go in the man advantage. Moose bring it to center, drop it off to Roslovic. He tries to thread the needle to Connor. Will bounce to Glennie. Glennie off the boards to the line. Churchman. He goes to his right. At the point, right side, Roslovic sends it off the end boards. Left side, DeSalvo. He'll go back to the line. Roslovic in possession. Chips it to Connor. Down low along the right for Glennie. Back on the boards, comes to the line, Roslovic. Roslovic, Connor, then Churchman, the drive, the save from Glass, and it's held, stopping the play with still 42 seconds to go in this Manitoba Moose power play. And we talked about Jack Roslovic in the pregame show and how he hasn't got a goal in his last 12 games. He still leads the team in scoring. He's having a terrific rookie season, but the fact of the matter is things are a little quiet for him right now, and that's bound to happen for a young player, any player really, but particularly a first-year pro, getting used to all the things that he's have to get used to this year with becoming a pro, playing in the World Junior, going to the All-Star game. And I know that when he's playing well, they say that he moves his feet. He looked a little bit static there.
Yeah, he looked a little static, kind of waiting for plays to happen, and that's right. In this league, you got to move your feet. You got to move to the puck, move away from the puck, make things happen for your teammates and yourself.
And now off the power play, Kosmachuk with a drive and a nice glove stop there from Jeff Glass, who reached out as he got out to the top of the blue paint, took one away from Scott Kosmachuk. Second power play unit out there for Manitoba. Got Brendan Lemieux, Jimmy Lodge, Scott Kosmachuk, Chase DeLeo, and Brendan Kitchton. Lemieux will be the net front presence. You'll see Kosmachuk, the right shot on the left side for the one-timer. And DeLeo typically works the right boards. But right now they're working back into their own zone to pick up the clearance. Onto it is Brendan Kitchton. Slowed by an injury early in the season, but really coming on in recent times. 3 assists on that 6-game road trip. Now second on the Moose amongst defensemen in scoring with 14 points. And he's itching to get that first goal of the year. All that is assists. Here's Kitchton to his left for DeLeo. DeLeo shoots, deflected, goes wide. DeLeo chops it low, there's Lodge. Tries to bring it out front. Blocked off by the Ice Hog defense, and now the net comes off the pegs and we get a stoppage. And a referee indicating the faceoff will be in the Rockford zone. The referees for tonight's game haven't had a chance to introduce them just yet. Reed Anderson and Mike Langen. And the referee closest to the goal was Reed Anderson, and he made it clear right off the bat that faceoff is going to be in the Rockford zone. Kelsey Mahoney and Andrew Stammers, familiar names and faces, working the lines tonight.
Yeah, Brandon Lemieux trying to plead his case there, and it ended up working out in that case. He's done that a few times before and hasn't gone his way, but...
Well, I think the point is he's always going to say it's face-off in the zone. Sometimes the officials agree with him.
That's right.
That's how that plays out.
That's right.
Off the face-off, Rockford's got it. Right side, Carrick goes cross ice to Forsling. Forsling out of the box, and the team's back 5-on-5. Neutral zone action, Gustafson for the Rockford Ice Hogs. In a Moose territory, in close, there's a chance they score, and it's 2 for Maschinter. He jumped on a rebound and snapped it past Eric Comrie, and the Ice Hogs are up by a pair with 7:26 to go in the first.
Maschinter being a real net presence in front of that Moose goal. A nice little play. It's nothing fancy. They get it on net, and Eric Comrie tries to do the right thing, gets his right pad on it, but only so much you can do with Maschinter coming down that left side and just waiting to tap that in on the backside.
And we see it as an offensive strategy commonly these days. Get the puck on net to that far pad and see if you can generate a rebound. And that's exactly what happened there. It was on the right pad for Eric Comrie, so the rebound came out to the right side, which was the open side, the weak side. And it wasn't weak anymore with Maschinter barreling in. He's got 2 in the game, and the Hogs are up a pair. Played in the Moose territory. Out to get it is Comrie, sends it around to Zajac. Zajac up the boards. On to Howden. Howden gives it back to Zajac. Nolan tried to start out of the zone. It was hacked off his stick. Straight goes around the right for Roslovic. Cross ice into neutralized. There's Zajac. Gets around Mott. Tried to get the puck in deep. Didn't quite work out. In the Moose zone they go. In the left wing circle, Howden sends the puck forward for Roslovic. Roslovic across the Rockford blue line. Right wing corner for Lodge. Lodge working away from Norrell. Sends it low to Howden. Howden trying to spin away from Mott. And Mott took him down. Penalty coming up against the Ice Hogs. And the Moose will certainly accept the power play opportunity here and see if they can cut into this 2-goal deficit. Mashinter's got 2 in the game. The second one, the most recent one, assisted by Sam Carrick and Eric Gustafsson. So Gustafsson with 2 points in this first period. And Rockford up by a pair. That's just what they were looking for. Coming out on the road after a nice stretch at home for them that saw them go 4-1 on a 5-game homestand.
It's a good job by their top guys being prepared to go in this first period. They know what's on the line here. They're still battling for their life, and it's always a huge plus when you have your big guns firing at all cylinders.
Let's see what the Moose do here with power play chance number 2 in this first period of play. Latta in the box for Rockford. The Moose on that power play. Manitoba 11th best in the AHL at home with the extra man. They've been impressive, and here they go to work. Left wing side for Kosmachuk. Into the middle of the zone. Lodge plays it out in front behind Lemieux. Tracking it down is DeLeo. He goes low. It gets past Lodge, but over left side on the wing is Kosmachuk. He put it low to Lodge. Behind the net it goes. Picked off. Polka to Lundberg. Lundberg can't play it out. Lemieux drops it at the line for Kitchton. Now it's played in the slot area. Comes back. Kitchton the drive. That hit Lemieux. And Rockford's got the puck. They'll drive it down the ice.
So far, pretty good puck movement by the Moose. They're getting it off the wall. They're finding each other and getting shots to the net.
And Brendan Lemieux getting to the front of the net as he is instructed to do. That one just struck him. And they weren't able to turn it into anything. But now it looks like the power play is going to come to a close as the Moose get a little tangled up at that Rockford blue line. And this is Scott Glennie going off for interference. And we'll see 4-on-4 with 1:08 to go in the minor penalty to Michael Latta. And that's the second time in recent action that Scott Glennie's been caught in a play like that and given a minor penalty.
Yeah, it's one of those plays where you're trying to stay on side and guys are moving side to side on that blue line. You got to try to stay out of the way. You got to be aware of who's around you. Try to be in the way, but stay out of the way at the same time.
Okay, here's one for you. You're a defenseman. The team's coming at you on the power play, and you know there's a guy behind you. You ever just kind of get bumped into and fall over?
Yeah, every once in a
Might
while.
happen.
That can
yeah.
backfire on you a little.
Yes,
too,
it sure can.
You get a skate in the back of the leg or something, you know. So.
Or the guy just gets in on goal.
That's right.
Doesn't look as good that way.
Yeah.
4-on-4 they skate. 5:12 to go in the first. 2-0 Rockford. Shots are even at 8. Rockford trying to get out of its zone. Puck got away from Abbott. In front it goes. There's Connor, the chance, and a good save from Glass, who was able to make the save. He thought he was going to get a whistle a lot sooner. The referee thought he might play it to Vili Polka, who was standing right beside him.
A couple of communication issues by the Hogs there in their own end, and the puck ends up just sitting in the high slot. And a nice job by the Moose to try to get a shorthanded goal here.
5:01 to go in period 1, and Rockford up 2. More 4-on-4 action from MTS Center right after this on MooseHockey.com.
There's only 3 words you need to know when you come to Birchwood Nissan. Yes, you can.
Can I drive away in a new Rogue today?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can.
Can I get the Ultima that I saw?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can.
Can I get the best price and the best service?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can. When it comes to the Nissan model you want at Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can. Come to the #1 Nissan dealer in the prairies. Birchwood Nissan in the Point West Auto Park and 24 hours a day at birchwoodnissan.ca.
Mommy always said, you can do anything. She was right. I even helped build the hospital my daughter was born in.
Looking to blaze a new career path? Consider Manitoba Building Trades, Manitoba's unionized construction industry. We build what others can only imagine.
My mom built that.
Learn more at mbtrades.ca and discover new career choices at buildtogether.ca.
Come build with us.
You're listening to Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning, Manitoba Moose Hockey on moosehockey.com.
Rockford 2, Manitoba no score. 5:01 to go in the opening period. Plenty of time for the Moose to get back into this one, and now would be a great time to start because they've got themselves a power play coming up in just a little bit. It's 4-on-4 at this moment. Actually, I stand corrected. It'll be Rockford that goes to the power play when the 4-on-4 wraps up in 36 seconds time. But still an offensive zone faceoff for Manitoba here in this 4-on-4 play. A chance to cut into the deficit. Dan DeSalvo and Quentin Howden out there, the team co-leader in goals with 12 apiece. Straight and Kitchton, the blue line pairing. This time the faceoff goes to the Ice Hogs, but the puck goes around the boards and Kitchton has it. Kitchton at the line, winds, fires, and just wide of the net. Goes along the left side for Straight. Straight took a shot in the back. He gets some support along the boards from Howden. They work to get it free. Come off the wall, they do. Sent back to the line, but out of the reach of DeSalvo. Comrie in his own zone, knocks it forward to Kitchton. Kitchton swatted it, went off a Rockford player and sailed out of play, so they'll face it off in the neutral ice area.
Good effort there by the Moose. Again, Straight's in there trying to make something happen. He looks like he's got a bit of an offensive kick tonight. Wants to get down on it, lead the way a little bit. Wasn't able to get much going there, but a good job to try to put some pressure on the Hogs on this 4-on-4 before going shorthanded.
Well, it's interesting because, you know, he's not a guy who's really put up a lot of points over the years, but the way the game is played now, if you see certain lanes open and you jump into them, you don't have to be the second coming of Ray Bork. You just have to be a guy who gets into those spots and helps your team advance the play, don't you?
That's right, yeah. You have to be there at the right times and make those good, smart reads.
And right now it's a Rockford power play. The 4-on-4 has come to a close. Ice Hogs scored on their first power play in the game to take the 1-0 lead. They've got the 2-0 edge now. In the Moose zone they go. Hustling over to find that puck. Stojkovic taken from him. Churchman can't track it down. McNeil has it. McNeil whipped one off the referee, bounced out in front. And Eric Comrie is able to hold it, and now Stojkovic getting into it there with a Rockford player. And there's a Rockford player down on the ice in front of the Moose net too, where the Moose player, Kevin Churchman, on top of him. Patrice Cormier is there too. The Moose lamenting a little bit some misfortune in recent games. They had a bad bounce go against them in Rockford when a shoot-in went off a stanchion and led to, in Grand Rapids when a shoot-in went off a stanchion and led to a goal by the Grand Rapids Griffins. And then on the weekend they were unfortunate as well in Toronto, and the only goal in a 1-0 game bounced off of one of their own players. Here we saw a chance unfold because the puck bounced off the referee. Sometimes they go your way and sometimes they don't.
That's right, Mitch. The Moose defense having a bit more of a test here to try to box out in front of that net and try to keep Eric Comrie safe.
13 seconds to go in the power play with Scott Glennie in the box. The Moose trying to work through it. Brian Straight's got the puck and he will clear. That will go a long way to taking care of things. Up at the box and ready to jump out, Scott Glennie, and he's back in the mix. Rockford 1 for 2. Manitoba 0 for 2 on the power play. Rockford leads at 2-0. Maschinter with both goals. Shot into Moose territory. Glennie onto it. Sends it forward for Howden. He goes left side in his own end to Roslovic. Roslovic cross ice right side at center. There's Glennie. He was checked. It hopped off the stick and went into the box. And the head coach of the Rockford Ice Hogs, Ted Dent, reacted very quickly, or he might have had a dent to deal with because that puck was coming up in a hurry.
You were waiting for that one for a while, just praying a puck would go on the bench.
I never wish any bad luck on anyone. There's an opportunity there, though.
Oh, he's quick, though. He got out of the way in a hurry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the line.
Both. Yeah, it was.
Off the draw, sent in the Rockford zone. Back on to Norrell. He goes along the boards. There's Abbott. Abbott forward right side for Mosey. Mosey gets down the right wing into Moose territory. Looks out front, plays it there. Made it to the line. Long shot from Svedberg. Saved by Comrie. He's going to draw it back in with the goal stick and put the glove on top for the whistle with 2:48 to go in the opening period.
And these Ice Hogs continue to get on the front of that net, and every time they go through the front of that crease, they're jabbing a stick in Comrie. They're trying to mix things up a little bit, and the Moose are starting to take notice a little after the whistles here. They're getting in faces, a couple face washes here and there. Now we're seeing the face-off going into the Rockford Ice Hog zone.
Yeah, because of a penalty after the whistle. Victor Svedberg has been sent off. So it's a third Moose power play here in period 1.
I guess the referee took notice to those pokes and jabs going by the net.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because if they set the tone that they are paying attention to that, you change the way the game is played. If you don't, guys will do it all night long.
That's right.
So the power play for Manitoba underway. Cleared out of that Rockford zone off the draw, sent right back in. Now it's about the retrieval along the boards. DeLeo trying to get it back to the line for Kitchton. Can't quite do it. Lundberg will skate it out, and he gets as far as center, then slides it forward in the Moose territory. Onto it, McNeil. He goes back behind the net for Lundberg. Some good penalty killing here from Rockford, who come into the game tonight 27th in the league on the penalty kill. That's a year-long number. They've been better in recent games, killing 22 of the last 24 coming into the night. And now sent all the way down after the Moose had played it in the Rockford end. So Manitoba in its own zone. Roslovic goes to Kitchton. Kitchton to Roslovic. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first period. 2-0 the score, Rockford. 1:05 to go in this Moose power play. Making his way out of his own zone. Churchman, he'll get to center, across center. Now across the Rockford line. Put a shot towards the goal, went wide. Over to get it, Churchman himself, and he'll swing it around the boards. Drops down right side for Roslovic. He goes cross ice. Bouncing puck corralled by Churchman. Goes to DeSalvo. DeSalvo at the line for Churchman, left side. Top of the right circle. There's Roslovic. He'll walk in, take their shot, and zip it over top of the net. Bit of a tough angle for Jack Roslovic, but he really let that one fly.
Coming from a guy who's hungry to get that goal. It looked like a nice shot. Just got to hit that net.
Roslovic back at his own line to pick it up. Starting forward again. The legs are moving, but the teammates are waiting at the line, and Manitoba unable to enter the zone. Down to a minute to go in the opening period. 12 seconds to go in the power play. The Moose at their own blue line and not getting much room to move. Now Churchman gains the red line, gains the Rockford line. Gives the puck off to Howden. Howden walks the middle, shoots it. A good save there by Glass, who came out aggressively. There was a big rebound, but the man out of the box has it. Starting forward is Svedberg. To the Moose line for Mosey. He'll drop it off. Carrick now trying to wind his way to the net. Nicely checked by Howden. Now Howden takes it down with a glove to his stick. Goes across the Rockford blue line. Quentin Howden bumps his man. Has the puck on the wall, brings it off the wall. Out into the slot area, Noger with a stick to it. He'll back off a little, but getting in behind is Carrick. Down the right wing side, Carrick driving towards the net. Noger recovered smartly. Drop for Abbott, right side Polka, good stop there from Comrie. Less than 10 to go in the period. Carrick the drive, that hit the goal post. And went out of play, stopping things with 4.2 on the clock in period 1. An excellent save from Eric.
Comes across, he saw it coming out of bounds.
Working from the line, Gustafsson with 2 assists in the period. No time to add another as the horn sounds and the opening period.
They didn't have a terrible period, I didn't think, but they just didn't have that quick start that they need to get that confidence going.
And special teams can make such a difference. Rockford gets a power play chance just before mid-period. They turn it into a goal. Behind, and the mood of the game can be a little bit difficult for that team that's chasing. And we saw the Moose drop down by 2 a little bit after that. Got caught with the puck taken to the net by Carrick, and Maschenter finding the rebound.
Well, and you said it early, Mitch, you know that positive 5-on-5 play to start the period off, that transitions into that play that they had. They're moving the puck around very nicely, and you could tell they had a lot of confidence going there. So a lot of success for them on the PP, and a couple goals by Maschenter that in the veteran player, and the Moose are down 2-0.
Yeah, Maschenter playing what is game number 450 of his AHL career here tonight. Also has 64 NHL games on his resume with San Jose, the Rangers, and also time with the Chicago Blackhawks as well. A guy who's really scratched and clawed and made a career for himself, and you tip your cap to him, and enjoying a good night here so far tonight. So if you're the Manitoba Moose and you've got that first period out of the way now, and you're back on home ice, and you're saying, okay, let's start fresh, what are the things they're going to focus on to try and climb back in here?
I think right off the hop, you got to worry about, first of all, you have to possess the puck to do anything with the puck. So you got to win those draws. You got to be better at the face-off dot. And you got to move the puck quicker. You got to try to stretch them out a little bit, take their game and throw it back at them. We've seen the Moose do that a couple times this season where they come out and they start doing
vans, and SUVs. Proudly serving Cadillac, Buick, and GMC drivers for over 14 years strong. Goche prides themselves on providing award-winning service and the best selection. Whether you're looking for a GMC or Buick, like the Sierra, Terrain, Enclave, Verano, Encore, or Envision, or a Cadillac like the XT5 SUV or the CT6 sedan, you know where to go. Goche Cadillac Buick GMC.com and at 2400 McPhillips.
You're listening to Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning, Manitoba Moose Hockey on moosehockey.com.
All set for the start of period 2 at the MTS Center. Mitch Peacock with Derek Meach. 2-0 Rockford. Moose in blue. Ice Hogs in white. Manitoba protecting the goal to our left. The Ice Hogs to our right. Referees tonight, Reed Anderson and Mike Langen. A power play goal and an even strength goal for Brandon Maschinter. And the guests are up by a pair. Manitoba has lost 3 straight coming into this one, and its last 2 at home. Rockford losing on Saturday night against Charlotte, but prior to that, a point in 8 straight games. They won 5 of those, lost 3 of those beyond 60 minutes. Second period just underway. Puck sent in behind Eric Comrie's goal down to the broadcast left. Kevin Churchman, the team's leader, and scoring from the blue line, starts it forward, pass ahead to the Rockford line. Sent in by Connor. Quick to get to it, the Ice Hogs. The delayed offside was on. Ice Hogs trying to take advantage. They move forward. Right side, Abbott into Moose territory. Got away from him. Couple of passes, the Moose are down at the Rockford line. Patrice Cormier, left wing side. Being angled out by Norrell. It goes in the right corner. Lapon sends it back around the boards. At the point, left side, Nogier. Drops it off the wall, low for Cormier. He gets tangled up with Norrell. Rockford getting to it. Carrick is there. And then on for Norrell. Off the glass and out from Svedberg. Center ice circle. Connor, a pass to Roslovic. They're across that Rockford line. Lapon's in. Backside. He scores! First American Hockey League goal for Nolan Zajac in his first game as a member of the Moose. And it's a 1-goal game.
Really nice play here by Roslovic to get it over to Lapon. Lapon slides it just to the back door, and we got Nolan Zajac coming in, being a presence in the offensive zone, tapping into the backside for his first American Hockey League goal. Beauty.
Really nicely worked by the Moose early in the second period, too. We've got a 1-goal game. We've been talking about the defense getting into the offensive side of things, and Zajac executed superbly there. Bright and early in period 2. Brings the crowd back to life. And here come the Moose again. Down the right side, Roslovic will bump it off the end boards. Skating over his Bond. He chopped it on. Collected by Latta. Latta sent it left side. Too far for Mott. Back the other way go the Moose. Down the right side. Howden in front. Shot. He scores! Scott Glennie. What a start to the period. It's a 2-2 tie.
What a start is right. They're moving the puck. They're winning draws. It's always nice when you don't even get to finish that first goal call, and we got another one in the back of the net. Great play by the Moose. Nice goal by Scott Glennie. Good pass by Quentin Howden.
Glennie was driving the net. Howden pulled up on the right side after drawing the defense and slid it right out front. And there was Scott Glennie to put it away. Glennie had a goal in Grand Rapids on Wednesday. That ended a drought of 13 games. And here he is cashing in again. So a second goal in 4 games for Scott Glennie. And the Moose go from down 0-2 to tied 2-2 very early here in the second period. 7th of the season for Glennie. And that's going to be one of those ones where after the game the media is going to be asking what was said in that dressing room after the first 20 minutes.
They must have sent something special there, hey, because they're all smiles on the bench right now. There's good energy going. There's energy in the building. They're forced the Ice Hogs to take a timeout. It's always a great feeling.
You know, the thing that's been evident with this Moose team right from day one is there's a pride there. They are young, they are inexperienced, but they're all guys who've been top players at other levels coming in here, and they don't like to lose. And anytime they go up against anybody and things start to go the wrong way, they're very determined to step up and say, hey, we're here, and you're going to have to find a way past this. You're going to have to earn these 2 points tonight.
Yeah, a lot of times you see that pushback. There's character in this room. You got guys coming to pregame skate this morning, skating around, great moods. They're all yelling, they're having fun on the ice, and that's what you want to see.
2 shots, 2 goals for Manitoba to begin this second period, all square to pair. Face off in that Rockford zone, came to the line, good shot from Kitchen. Glass had to fight that off. Along the boards, the Moose try to get it deep. They can't this time. Gustafsson will come to that Manitoba line, long shot. And Comrie squeezes it against his hip and gets the whistle. D'Souza getting in the face of Brandon Lemieux around that Manitoba net. And there's a little bit of the learning for Brandon Lemieux kicking in, because as a really competitive guy who likes to stand his ground, it would have been very easy for him to get lured into something there with Chris D'Souza. And instead, after D'Souza poked and prodded at him, he just stood there and let him do his thing, and now he's ready to go for a face-off in his own zone instead of making his way to the penalty box.
That's right. He's trying to pick his spots better now. He's growing, he's learning. It's a spot in a game where it's 2-2. You just tied the game. You don't want to go and take a penalty now. And nothing wrong with being in the ear of your fellow opponent, though.
That's not to get to the box very often. That's just going to be part of the fun of competing. 33 seconds apart, those goals, Derek, for the Moose here in the second period. And we got ourselves a 2-2 game. First one was Zajac from Lapon and Roslovic, and then before they could get it out in the building, Glennie scored from Howden and Noje. First one at 1:02, the second at 1:35. And we've got a fresh feeling to this one. Off the draw in the Moose zone, played to that Rockford line. Inside it is Norell to gain possession. Left-hand shooter playing right D, gets it around. Svedberg on the wall for Lundberg. Lundberg on to McNeil. McNeil tapped it forward. Slides past Stojkovic. He'll go back and get it. He's taken to the boards by Langlois. Manitoba along the wall. Lemieux onward for Lodge. Lodge at center. Knocked away. DeLeo's got it. Got across the Rockford line, but in just ahead was Brandon Lemieux, offside against the Manitoba Moose. But what a difference a fast start to the period makes. After the 2 goals now, you can see the Moose in transition there. Everybody was going so fast, it was almost inevitable they were going to go offside, because everybody wanted to get down there and make something happen.
Yeah, when pucks start to go in, you get that feeling where you want to be the next guy to get that goal, and you got to take advantage of this momentum shift. You got to stay on these Ice Hogs and continue to make life hard on them.
Off the draw, sent down in the Rockford zone. Cleared out by the Ice Hogs. Will slide right to Eric Comrie. Comrie has a look and decides to hold on. It was a good move because Spencer Abbott was right there, ready to pick up any stray puck around that Manitoba net. And you don't want to do anything to take away from the momentum you've created here early in the second if you're the Moose.
Definitely not, especially with a guy like Spencer Abbott coming on the backside there. You don't want to give him a tap-in goal.
Probably figure that one out pretty quick.
Yeah.
2:41 played in this second period. And Manitoba out shooting Rockford 3-1 and outscoring them 2-0. Nolan Zajac starting the comeback, his first AHL goal in his first game with the Moose. Off the draw, Cormier got it to Lapon and quickly out. Dahlstrom retreats at his own line. Goes to his left for Forsling. Then Forsling slammed into the boards by J.C. Lapon. Shoot into the Manitoba zone, left wing corner. Carrick tried to get it to the line, picked off by Lapon. Lapon will go to Churchman. Really tight gap there from Rockford. There was no room to move, so the Moose just play it in. Back onto it, Forsling, ahead from Maschinter, who scored both goals for the guests. Played back into the Rockford zone. Glass out of the net to handle. On for Forsling to center, off of Maschinter. Finding it Noje. Noje to Zajac. Slick pass ahead to DeSalvo. DeSalvo across the Rockford line left side to Kosmachuk. Tried to backhand it in front. Zajac was up on the play. He was at the back door there too. Really showing his offensive instincts in his first game with the Moose.
Yeah, if you can get up the ice and be a threat, but also be back at your position, why not?
And he's back now. First man back has the puck. Plays it off the boards. Gathered by Noje. Rockford player went down awkwardly against the end boards. That was Michael Latta. Skates hit the boards, and he's going to skate off gingerly to that Rockford bench.
Almost in danger with too many men there. He's got to get off a little quicker.
Latta tied for second in the AHL in majors, but took a major tumble into the boards there. And going to get some attention over at the Rockford bench. Whistle at the Moose line. 15:50 to go in the second. And a 2-2 tie. And the camera focusing on Nolan Zajac. A nice shot of him skating back to the bench and taking a seat. And it's interesting how a player can come in like that and just add a little bit of spark.
And it's amazing what happens when the defense get involved in the play. It makes such a big difference. You have different layers of offense and different levels of confusion going on for the other team.
Roslovic trying to confuse Rockford. He's got the puck on the left side and behind the net. Out front, and Howden took a shot that was blocked in tight. Now Roslovic has it again. His glove is chopped off. He tries to get back. The Ice Hogs inside the Moose line. Goes off of Kitchton right to the goal, and Comrie will hold it and bring about a whistle stopping the play. 15:19 to go in the second, tied at 2. And you know, Nolan Zajac's coming in from the Toledo Walleye of the ECHL. That's the first overall team in the ECHL right now. Nobody has as many points as they do. And he talked about the feeling of being a part of a great team like that. And it's interesting because the Moose are having a tough time picking up wins. It's hard to score goals, or maybe a little low in confidence. He comes in from a situation like that, and you can see there's no lack of confidence the way he's jumping up in the play, and that can be infectious for the group too.
For sure, you can come into the game in one of two ways. The way he's come in, where you throw everything to the wind and just play your game and not worry about anything, or you get a little tight, and that doesn't do any good to anybody. So he's done such a good job so far, and look forward to seeing a little more from him.
And he's out there now. Zajac is working with Nelson Nogier this time as the puck goes to Jeff Glass. And Glass drops on it. Whistle for in the defensive zone. The faceoff coming up for the Moose down at the offensive end.
Continue to move the puck well. They're winning draws. A lot more puck possession this period. You're really noticing the first 5 minutes here.
Yeah, big difference in territorial play, especially from the first 12 minutes or so of that first period. Face off to the right of Glass. Moose have it off the draw. Lemieux fired a heavy shot. Glass stopped it and did well to make sure that didn't get away from him. And then there's a little bit of pushing and shoving after that. Glass thought he took a shot there he didn't need to take, and I don't mean from the puck.
Well, the puck was still visible. It was a good call by the ref here. I don't think there's anything there. You got a Moose player just going for the puck, and there's not going to be a call on this one.
Great ice effects here at MTS Center. The mics that they put along the glass. You can not only hear skates and pucks and sticks, but you can hear the officials down there talking, and what a great job they do of communicating with the players, letting them know where they're coming from, letting them know how they see the game, and letting them know where they're going to draw the line. That's such a big part of the game, isn't it, when you're down there and you know where the referees stand?
For sure, and it makes it easier on both the player and the referee. You got a bit of understanding between the two of you. Communication lines are a little clearer. It helps.
Off the face-off in the Rockford zone. Ice Hogs can't clear. Sent to the front of the net. Shoved out by Svedberg. Moose have it. DeLeo onward for Lemieux. Bumped it off the boards and deep. Svedberg back behind his own goal again. Not much room to move. Jimmy Lodge right on him. Puck scooped up though by Robin Norrell, and forward go the Ice Hogs. The pass isn't complete. And getting a chance to start it back the other way. Churchman went to straight. Now to LaPon. Penalty coming up to Rockford as Lemieux was dealt with off to the side of the play. And a whistle stops the action. And yes, a penalty being assessed. Brendan Lemieux checking for a cut. It's a 2-minute minor. 5:33 into this second period. Fourth power play of the game already for the Manitoba Moose.
You're wondering if Brandon Lemieux maybe was trying to pick a scab there and show the ref a bit of blood. Why not, eh? Get a 4-minute double minor.
Yeah, the referee didn't look too long to see if there was anything. He was pretty satisfied that 2 would do.
It was a good try, though.
But you could see off the side, away from the puck, Brendan Lemieux reacting quickly as if he had somebody really make contact with him. The referees picked up on it right away. Off the face-off, Roslovic in that Rockford zone takes a shot, kicked away by Glass. Along the boards with a good stick, Mark McNeil, and it's cleared. Tracking back after it, Churchman swatted it towards the goal. Comrie stopped it and really didn't think about playing it because there weren't a lot of options around, especially with Rockford's Lundberg and McNeil on the doorstep.
Not going to take any chances in that situation. Rather take a defensive zone draw, outman the puck, and get back down in the offensive zone.
Jets in action tonight, their final game before their bye. A little bit of time off coming up. They want to finish strong. They've been playing well, but tonight in Toronto against the Maple Leafs, they've had their hands full a little bit. It's 3-3 late in the second period. The Maple Leafs out shooting the Jets 27-13, but all square with the second period winding down. Here comes Kyle Connor in the Rockford zone, played it out in front, bounced away, and chopping it out the Ice Hogs as the Moose trying to make something happen with this man advantage.
Kyle Connor had a lot of speed going down that far side. It looked like he could almost take it to the net there, but he elected to try to pass it to the back door. I guess he sees it a little better than we do up here.
Oh, you think? I thought I got a lot better when I came up here.
Easy game from up here.
Yeah. Now the Ice Hogs break things up at their own line and push it into Moose territory. Back on it, DeSalvo, and he protects the puck well. Langlois was all over him. Played on to Lemieux. Down the left side into the Rockford zone. Lemieux in the left wing corner. Looked out front, nobody there. Takes it around and feeds it to the point right side. Kitchen, one-timer Kosmachuk. Didn't get a lot on it. And Polka will send it down the ice. 40 seconds to go in the Rockford penalty. Kitchen starts out of his own zone, looks right, plays left for Lemieux. Lemieux across the Rockford line, but he had a teammate or maybe two in early. And it's offside against Manitoba down to a half minute to go in the power play. And you want to make sure you gain that blue line before you start thinking about where you're going to dish it. And I think they got caught trying to make a play before they really had the entry.
Yeah, and even before that, when you're in the offensive zone,
false start there on the drop of the puck outside the Rockford line. Well, this is interesting. You know, we talked in the pregame show about Manitoba being 28th in the league in scoring and Rockford being 30th. These two teams don't often score more than 2 goals in a game, and here we are 2-2 with plenty of time to go.
Yeah.
Moose trying to get their third on a power play here. But Rockford turns it out down to Moose territory. Kosmachuk in his own zone, coughed it up to Mosey. Mosey goes back to his own line. The Ice Hogs flip it in on Comrie. Down the final 5 seconds of the extra man situation. Kosmachuk across the Ice Hog line. Put it in behind the net. Tried to get in on the retrieve, but taken away. Out of the box, Forsling. The pass is beyond him. It will go for icing against Rockford as the teams were back at 5-on-5. But now Manitoba 0 for 3 on the power play, and they may look back on that at the end of the night and rue the time wasted.
Yeah, this is a big moment here. The Moose have to make sure they try to get some good offensive zone time going. Not let Rockford switch any kind of momentum in their favor.
If you're just joining us, the Moose scored 2 goals in the first minute, 35 seconds of the second period to erase a 2-0 deficit. The goals coming just 33 seconds apart. Definitely taking the momentum in the game. Sent down into the Manitoba end now, and Stojkovic goes to Lapon. He goes on for Cormier. Cormier deep in the right corner. Along the boards, he's good there, but this time it's snatched away. Maschinter left wing side. Plays it on the tape for Abbott. Abbott crosses the red line, goes to Carrick down the left wing. Carrick tried to cut to the net, straight forced him wide. Played into the crease, Maschinter looking for the hat trick. Comes to the line for Dahlstrom. Right side, Carrick. Carrick forced out of the Moose zone, and he'll send it to his own blue line. Now on the stick of Carrick across the Moose line. Faked the shot. Thought about going wide. Couldn't turn the corner on Stojkovic. To the line. Dahlstrom with space. The drive. Saved by Comrie. Picking up the rebound, Roslovic. He skated to the line but couldn't get out. Dahlstrom backdoor has Abbott. Shoots a good stop. Comrie stared him down. Sent out front. Skating onto it is Connor. Connor's got some numbers. It's a 3-on-2. To the right side, Lapon dropped off for Roslovic. Roslovic to the middle. Connor gone to the net. But by then, Rockford gotten back and had taken lanes away. Lapon at the Rockford line. To his left for Howden. In the left corner for Roslovic. He looks out front, intercepted by Abbott. It'll go to Dahlstrom. On to Maschinter. Slides it carefully in the left corner. Noget takes D'Souza to the boards. Battle ensues for the puck. Lenny had it, then lost it. Langlois tried to center. Howden knocked it down. And the Moose have it. Jack Roslovic from behind his own goal. Gets as far as center, wrists it in the left corner. Roslovic's going to head off on a change. 10:20 to go in the second. 2-2 tie at the MTS Center. Third meeting of the season. Moose and Ice Hogs. Each team has won once. Svedberg out of his own zone. Had a pass knocked away. Was able to retrieve it. Gave it to Norrell, who went off the boards into the Moose zone. Zajac back. Slid the puck to Noger. Noger along the wall for Lodge. Lodge to Zajac, who's up on the play again. Here comes Manitoba getting across that Rockford line. Lemieux had the puck stripped. And now here comes that transition from Rockford. Mott into the center, gets it back. Mott shoots it. What a terrific stop by Comrie. He came across to his right and made a phenomenal blocker save, or the Rockford Ice Hogs would have been back on top.
Yeah, it was hard to tell from here if he got a piece of that or if he didn't, but wow, he came across in a hurry there, and that was an open cage for Mott, a good player coming down that side.
I don't think he did get his blocker on as we look at the replay, but it might have been the stick.
Could have been the stick or the knob there, yeah.
It looked like it changed course after it got to the blue paint, but Eric did well to get to his right quickly. 2-2 tie here at MTS Center. 9:40 to go in period.
Beds, stainless steel, ribbon wheels, brass rings, and other things. Lawn chairs, old beat. Urban Mind takes copper pipes, metal beds. Where's it go? I don't know. Get some cash, in a flash, let it go. Get some dough. Stainless steel, rims and wheels, brass rings and other things. Lawn chairs, old beater furnace, and your water heater. Batteries and alternators, stoves and refrigerators. And aluminum.
Turn your scrap into cash at Urban Mind. Get details at urbanmind.ca.
There's only 3 words you need to know when you come to Birchwood Nissan. Yes, you can.
Can I drive away in a new Rogue today?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can.
Can I get the Ultima that I saw?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can.
Can I get the best price and the best service?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can. When it comes to the Nissan model you want, at Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can. Come to the #1 Nissan dealer in the Prairies. Birchwood Nissan in the Point West Auto Park, and 24 hours a day at birchwoodnissan.ca.
Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning Manitoba Moose Hockey continues on moosehockey.com.
Back at MTS Center, 2-2 Moose and Ice Hogs. 9:40 to go in the second period. Manitoba with 2 goals here in the second period to come back from a couple down. Winnipeg Jets in action tonight at Toronto. They've got a 4-3 lead on the Maple Leafs after 2 periods. Patrick Laine scoring in the dying seconds of the second period to put the Jets in top. On top, that is. Second goal of the game for Laine, and that's 30 on the season for the first-year pro, or at least first-year NHLer. What a sensational campaign he is having. Nice second period here from the Moose. 2-2. And back underway. Teams are 5 aside. Moose have it. Turn it over. Latta, shaken up earlier, is in there causing some trouble, but the puck ends up on the stick of Brendan Kitchen. Now he has it turned over at the line. Mosey in front, driving the net. Unable to finish was Latta. Back the other way. Scott Kosmachuk across the Rockford line. Pushed it past the defender, couldn't catch up to it. Gustafson's got it. He can't get out of the zone. DeSalvo does a nice job to make things happen, sends it left corner. Onto it, Olsen, hammers it off the boards, around the right side. DeSalvo comes over. Mott's there for Rockford. Mott pressed to the boards along the right side by DeSalvo, helping out Kosmachuk. Rims it around, Stojkovic gets over, stops it at the point left side. Kosmachuk to Olsen. Olsen trying to make room, takes the shot, stopped there from Glass, and that one was an interesting save as he reached out with his goal stick to stop the low drive. It jumped up and right into his glove, held on for a face-off in that Rockford zone.
Yeah, that's one that you see Glass looking at it, shaking his head a little bit after that one, saying that wasn't the right save that I was trying to do. But
I think he's saying the glass is half full.
Yeah, he better be thinking like that. He's made a couple saves here. The Moose are trying to get back to the way they started this period. Not get too cute around that offensive blue line.
Will need to be careful. Keep it simple. Off the face-off, the Moose forced to backtrack. Here comes that transition from the Rockford Ice Hogs. Puck goes behind the Moose goal. Zajac battling in the corner. Does a nice job against Langlois. Along the wall for Lepond. Skips out. Zajac's got it. Tries to get away from Lundberg. Plays the puck along the boards looking for Connor. Connor taps it to Lepond, turned over. Rockford right corner. Out in front, back door, and Lundberg just about knocked it in. Now it's cleared. Tracking it down Lepond. It's a 2-on-1. Lepond down the right side in front. Had to play the pass in the air, and Connor spins and backhands wide. From the line, Noje. Lapon left unattended. Couldn't get to it. Along the left side, sent low from Connor. Lapon tries to center. Zajac had gone to the net. They couldn't get it to him. Now out near the blue line, puck slides away from Roslovic. And Jack will pick it up and go back inside his own line. Played it on for Quentin Howden, off the boards and in. Racing after Glennie. He's got one goal in this game, trying to make another happen. Gives it to Howden. Howden out front, into the crease, knocked away by Glass. There's Langlois. Put it behind his own goal, but Glennie finds it. Out front, Roslovic, and he swats it wide of the goal. Pass wasn't in a good spot for him to shoot it. 7:20 to go in the second. The Moose with a strong period here, back from 2-0 down and tied 2-2. The pressing for their first lead in the game. Langlois eventually playing it forward. Mashinter on to Abbott. Abbott trying to work one-on-one with Churchman. Puck goes to the goal area, and Comrie will just collect it and earn a stoppage in play. Down to 7:02 to go in period 2. All tied at 2 at MTS Center. Back with more on moosehockey.com.
When was the last time you felt good? What's keeping you from it? A strain from a sports injury? Maybe your desk at work is out to get you. Or maybe it's just plain getting older. Whatever it is, why are you just living with it? At Darcy Bain Physiotherapy, they'll teach you how to get better yourself. Feels so good, you can't help but tell everyone. Darcy Bain Physiotherapy. For a location near you, go to physiotherapynet.ca.
Do yourself a favor, call the Culligan Man. For better tasting water, call the Culligan Man. Delivered to your doorstep, it's the Culligan Man. No more little bottles with the Culligan Man.
My tap water tastes awful. It's yucky and bland.
You're going to need a filter, call the Culligan Man.
And what's reverse osmosis? I don't understand.
The guy who can't explain it is the Culligan Man.
Hey, Culligan Man.
The Culligan Man, saving the world from nasty tasting water since 1936. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
You're listening to Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning, Manitoba Moose Hockey on moosehockey.com.
We're back at MTS Center. Mitch Peacock along with Derek Meach. 2-2, 7:02 to go in the second. Moose with both goals here in period number 2. They've had 7 shots. Rockford just 4. What a contrast from one period to the next.
Very good job by that last line, Glennie, Roslovic, and Howden to get some offensive zone time. They had a couple of nice looks, good chances in front of the net there, and they're going to need more of that coming out of them in the next period and a half here.
Face off this time around in the Moose zone to the right of Eric Comrie. Got the Cormier line out, which includes Lapon and Connor. Straight working with Churchman.
The top 2 lines going head to head again here.
This Rockford line, that is their top line, at least the way they draw it up on the whiteboard before the game. Carrick in between Abbott and Mashinter. And that line has contributed both goals for Rockford, one of them on a power play. Off the draw, battle for possession, the Moose zone. Rockford's got it. They'll come out from behind the Moose net. Into the slot it goes. Abbott looking back door, had Mashinter there, just couldn't get the pass to him.
Great play by Cormier there with a stick.
Good read by the captain. Broke things up, and now the Moose at the offensive end are on the right side. Churchman had it bounce away, gathered in by Rockford. They've got a 2-on-1. Sent down the left side for Carrick. In front is Abbott. He keeps, Carrick does, and a good stop there by Comrie. Kicked out the shot with the left pad. 3-2 the other way. 3-on-2 that is. Here comes Lapon down the middle, and he sends one towards the net. Missed wide. Picked up by Connor. Connor slammed into behind the net. He had a player hit him from each side. And now gets back to his feet, heads to the bench. Rockford in the Moose zone. Johnson delaying, waiting for support. Gives to Polka up on the play. Polka to the net. And he's cut off at the pass by Kitchton. Now Straight gets tangled up behind the Manitoba net with Chris D'Souza. And that's going to lead to a tripping minor against Brian Straight. So Rockford will go to the power play.
Yeah, it was a bit of an unlucky one, it looked like there. Brian Straight tries to go in, put the body, loses his stick, and makes it a bit of an easy call for the ref.
5:59 to go in period 2, and Rockford power play when we come back to this 2-2 tie on moosehockey.com.
When was the last time you felt good? What's keeping you from it? A strain from a sports injury? Maybe your desk at work is out to get you. Or maybe it's just plain getting older. Whatever it is, why are you just living with it? At Darcy Bain Physiotherapy, they'll teach you how to get better yourself. Feels so good, you can't help but tell everyone. Darcy Bain Physiotherapy. For a location near you, go to physiotherapynet.ca.
Do yourself a favor, call the Culligan Man. For better tasting water, call the Culligan Man. Delivered to your doorstep, it's the Culligan Man. No more little bottles with the Culligan Man.
My tap water tastes awful. It's yucky and bland.
You're going to need a filter, call the Culligan Man.
And what's reverse osmosis? I don't understand.
The guy who can't explain it is the Culligan Man.
Hey, Culligan Man.
The Culligan Man, saving the world from nasty tasting water since 1936. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
You're listening to Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning, Manitoba Moose Hockey on moosehockey.com.
Back to the MTS Center, 2-2 the score. Rockford with 2 in the first, the Moose with 2 in the second. 5:59 to go in this period, and now Rockford to the power play for the third time in the game. They're 1 out of 2. And this is an important time in the hockey game. The Moose with some momentum after a strong bulk of this second period of play. Got themselves back on level terms. They'll want to be sharp on this penalty kill against Rockford.
Sharp is right. Against a team that moves the puck so well in Rockford, you got to make sure that you're not giving them any time and space and pressuring at all the right times.
Manitoba penalty kill, 3 for 3 on Saturday against Toronto. And 1 for 2 on the kill so far tonight. Power play underway in that Moose zone along the boards. Dahlstrom played it low. Mott comes out, takes a short side shot, saved by Comrie. On the rebound is DeLeo, and he's able to snap it off the boards and down the ice.
Nelson Noje talking to the ref saying there was a bit of a trip there. How'd you not see that?
Negotiating, going away from the action. Here comes McNeil back the other way on this power play. McNeil sends it out in front, picked off by Stojkovic. Calm and cool, has his head up, and will flip it down the rink, head off on a change. 1:15 to go on the man advantage. 5:15 to go in the second. Manitoba with the second period goals from Zajac and Glennie. Here comes the Rockford power play forward. And a delayed penalty coming up. And a whistle stops the action.
I didn't see that one, but it looked like it might have been behind the play. Patrice Cormier is going to take a trip to the box here.
And they gave it up quickly. They wanted to get that two-man advantage going.
For sure they did.
And Patrice is a guy who will walk that line, isn't he? He's a very aggressive, very determined player, and he makes it hard on the other team all the time. And sometimes when he tries to get that extra shot in, that second referee is not a friend.
No, that's right. You can't be doing those things behind the play. I didn't see the penalty, but Patrice Cormier is a tough customer and likes to dish out the odd cross-check here and there. So
he's not a lot of fun to play against.
Negative.
He's a good teammate.
Yes, he is. Very good teammate.
5 minutes to go in the second. It's tied at 2. 1:01, a 5-on-3 time here for Rockford. Off the draw. Ice Hogs in the Moose zone. At the line, Polka right side, goes to Gustafsson left side. Gustafsson walks to the middle. Now they'll switch sides at the point. Puck played to the bottom of the right circle, Maschinter. He goes back to Gustafsson, back to Maschinter. And Maschinter in the right circle, cross ice on the tape for Polka. Polka goes to Abbott. They're all huddled around that Manitoba net, and now Abbott loses the handle, and Churchman sends it down the ice.
Good job by Stojkovic in the front of the net, denying that backdoor pass. It gives Abbott a little bit of a hard time, and he loses it off his stick.
22 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Rockford back in the Moose zone. Along the left side on the goal line for Abbott. To the line, Gustafsson, shot, stick broke, rebound chance, good save there from Comrie. DeLeo wants to get it out, can't get it out. Rockford still in possession, still 5-on-3. Left side, Abbott. Abbott shoots on the short side stop from Comrie, and he's going to stay put, and that's a good thing. He's got the puck, and the whistle follows suit. Nice penalty killing there from Manitoba. 5-on-3, they're almost out of it. 1 second to go in the two-man advantage.
Boy, what a save by Eric Comrie on this one. He gets a bit of a redirection, a weird bounce, and then he's, like we've talked about before, the way he takes away the bottom of the net is pretty amazing, and he comes up with a huge left pad save. And then another beauty save on Abbott coming in really tight on him. trying to go over the shoulder.
And he really holds his position. He keeps his posture upright. He takes up a lot of that net even when he's on his knees. Sometimes the knock against Eric Comrie is his height, but you could see in that situation he had the angle and the position even on his knees. There wasn't much room. Off the draw, a shot. Comrie takes that one up high, knocks it away. Teams are at 5-on-4 now. Rockford on the power play and in the Moose zone. Left side, McNeil to the line. Forsling thought about shooting, goes right. One-timer there. Deflects wide, bounces out in front. Who's going to get to it first? Roslovic. And it went off of the Rockford player on the clearing attempt from Roslovic. And out of play.
Definitely off a player there, and a nice job by the Moose jumping on those rebounds, not letting the Ice Hogs get any piece of those, and they'll definitely take that shot off a Rockford player and out of the no.
It's funny, you know, you talk about momentum and how it's created in hockey games. The Moose clearly got it by scoring 2 times in the opening minute 35 of the second period, but late in the period they've got a chance here to get some from their penalty killing work.
That's right. Some good penalty kill work will go a long way, and again, it'll shift the momentum your way a little bit.
Off the draw, sent down the ice after a brief delay. Now the Manitoba Moose dealing with just 20 seconds of power play time from the Ice Hogs. Cormier in the box, poised to come out. Mott down the left side, forced wide smartly there by Noger. Along the boards, the pass attempt is to Howden. Howden skating quickly, gets in the Rockford end. This is great penalty killing. Down at the opposite end. Now Forsling plays the pass onto the stick of Latta. Up and out of the box, Cormier. The Moose survive the 5-on-3. Fans with a good show of support for their hockey club. 2-2, 2:50 to go in period 2. Now the Moose working forward, passed on the right side for Kitchton. Across the Rockford line, drops to Lapon. Lapon tried to get it out front. That got caught up when the Rockford player skates. Now Lapon's got it again. Goes to his left at the line. Cormier snapped one low. That was deflected. Rockford just trying to get it out. Langlois will do that. In between the blue lines, finding it is Lapon to the right for DeLeo. Chase snapped it off the wall, got it low. There's Lapon. Comes off the boards. Out-muscles his man in centers, but Langlois was in a good position defensively. He got it on to Latta, who clears. Langlois tracks it down, cuts to the slot. Thought about shooting, now does. And didn't get a bunch on it. Comrie holds. And the applause ensues. Manitoba Moose fans like what they're seeing from their team here in the second. 2-2, 2:05 to go in period 2. And Manitoba gets through that 5-on-3.
Well, a huge kill 5-on-3 for the Moose on that one. And they've been doing a very good job. I've noticed this game also of coming out after a penalty kill and having a really good shift in the offensive zone. They've done that again after this penalty. And hopefully that trend continues.
Rockford now at 1 out of 4 on the power play. 5 aside in the Moose zone. Maschinter with 2 goals in the game, both Rockford goals. Working along the left wing boards. Bumped to the wall by Churchman. Helping Kosmachuk, so is DeSalvo, but off the wall comes Carrick. He goes around the right side. Carrick now spinning to the slot. Carrick with a backhand effort. Checked as he tried to fire. It slid to the corner. Collecting the puck is Abbott. Takes a bump from Straight. Straight physical on Abbott there. Goes low to Carrick. Carrick trying to come out from behind the goal line. And it ends up going to the blue line for Gustafsson. Slid away from him. Polka off the boards and low. There's Abbott again. Leading scorer for the Ice Hogs. Gave it up to DeSalvo. DeSalvo taken down from the back. Gets it forward to Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk across the Rockford line. Left side, drops it off. Missing it was Churchman. Skating away is Carrick. Carrick looking to get to the net. Good defending by Churchman. Or make that straight. And Churchman with the clearance as we approach a minute to go in the second period. And now the puck takes a hop into that Rockford bench. And that'll stop things with 58.4 on the clock. Still tied at 2.
Moose continue to do a good job in their defensive zone there. Rockford had a bit of time in there, but they didn't really get anything going. The Moose keeping them on the outside. And then when they do get the puck, they're not panicking with it. They're making it. DeSalvo makes a good little chip off the glass to a player. Another play low in the zone, and a nice direct pass to the centerman coming through. And so you can see they're playing really good defense when they're not panicking when they finally get that puck. They're making the right plays and conserving some energy.
Smart management for Manitoba, part of the story here in the second period for sure. All tied at 2. And down to 50 seconds to go. It's in the Moose zone. Shot towards the net, bounces wide. Striding onto it is Lodge. Lodge knocked it ahead. Zajac couldn't get it out. Spinning and firing, sending it wide was D'Souza. Zajac chips to Lodge. Lodge was checked, but Noje finds the puck. And Nelson, who's got an assist in the game, plays it down the Rockford zone. Ice Hogs collect and just chip it out. There's Zajac. Forward off of Lemieux. In the Rockford zone, back on it, Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom. Left wing side, Langlois. He's bumped as the 17s come together. Or make that Johnson taken to the boards by Jimmy Lodge. 37, not 17. Cleared by the Moose. It'll go all the way down the ice, and icing called with 6 seconds even showing on the clock here in period 2.
Yeah, trying to make a bank play out to his far guy on the far blue line. Didn't quite pan out, but you know, it's better than throwing the puck on the middle of the ice. You get a face off in your own zone, and hopefully you can do a job here with 6 seconds left in this one.
Chase DeLeo will take that face-off, posed by Michael Latta. Latta is a winger, but this is for a right-hand shot, the strong side, so he's going to see what he can do up against Chase DeLeo.
DeLeo's been hot on the draw so far this game, so there he is.
Pushed forward by Latta, centered by Latta, knocked down Stojkovic. That'll do it for period 2. A good one for the Manitoba Moose. And we've got ourselves everything to play for in period number 3. 2-2 after 2 at the MTS Center. Manitoba with both goals in that second period. Little exchange between Lemieux and Latta at the end of the second. But a very different feel in the building after 2 periods as opposed to after 1. All the stats you need to know from the game so far coming up in our second intermission. We'll also analyze the first 40 minutes a little, and we'll have a chance to visit with Nolan Zajac, who has his first American Hockey League goal in the game here tonight. 2-2 after 2 at MTS Center on Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning. Manitoba Moose Hockey here on moosehockey.com.
Buron mattress. Buron bed.
B-U-R-O-N. I want a mattress. I want a bed. Mattress bed. I go to Buron to get my bed. Mattress bed. Bed, mattress, Buron bed.
Get designer quality without the designer prices. Buron Building Products, 911 Lash.
Bed.
Clog drain?
Keep things flowing with clean lines. Sewer and drain.
Don't let a slow flow or a complete clog get you down. Clogged drains can happen to anyone at any time. We've seen and fixed it all. From clogged sinks, tubs, showers, and floor drains, you can count on Clean Line's fully qualified and experienced team to get the job done fast and right.
Keep things flowing with clean lines. Sewer and drain.
Visit cleanline.ca today.
In this ever-changing world, you've got to step up your game.
Already one of our country's top 10 most innovative and research-intensive colleges, Red River College now ranks #1 in Canada for partnership growth. Here we play a team game and we understand that innovation impacts return on investment, partnerships open doors, and industry connections help our students succeed.
Applied, innovative, game-changing. Red River College. The difference is here.
You love sports. That never fades. Now your ability to play them, well, that's something entirely different. It's all fun and games until you play too hard, whether it's just keeping up with the 10 minutes. Visit vasectomymanitoba.ca.
There's only 3 words you need to know when you come to Birchwood Nissan. Yes, you can.
Can I drive away in a new Rogue today?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can.
Can I get the Ultima that I saw?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can.
Can I get the best price and the best service?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can. When it comes to the Nissan model you want at Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can. Come to the #1 Nissan dealer in the prairies. Birchwood Nissan in the Point West Auto Park and 24 hours a day at birchwoodnissan.ca.
You're listening to Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning, Manitoba Moose Hockey on moosehockey.com.
All set to go for the start of period 3 at the MTS Center. Mitch Peacock and Derek Meach with you. 2-2 the score. Manitoba in blue looking after the goal to our right. The Rockford Ice Hogs in white looking after the goal to our left. Eric Comrie in goal for the Moose. Jeff Glass for the visitors. 2-0 Rockford after 1. 2 goals in reply for Manitoba in period 2. Teams at even strength. Kyle Connor left wing side in the Rockford zone. He's along the boards. Goes low to Lapon. Lapon goes to straight in the right circle. He takes a shot. That goes off a body in behind the net. Finding it is Lapon. Lapon into the slot. Connor goes back to Lapon. Backdoor. There's their shot. Saved by Glass. They jam at it. And a quick whistle benefits the Rockford Ice Hogs.
A quick whistle is right. There was a nice juicy rebound there. Cormier is in the side of the net, mixing it up with one of the Ice Hogs defensemen. But again, a really nice play by Straight coming in the backside and getting that shot off really quickly. He's been a force in the offensive zone so far this game, and it'd be nice to see him pot one here tonight.
Defense pairing put together as this game has gone along, as Nelson Nogier working with Nolan Zajac. They've been on for both Moose goals scored in the game. And the pairings to start the game did not have them together. Initially it was supposed to be Churchman and Zajac, but something's become evident to Eric Dubois as the game's unfolded, and why not? See something that works, go for it.
Heads up.
49 seconds into the second period, and Eric Dubois has to be alert at that Moose bench as the puck went out of play. 49 seconds into this third period, 2-2 the score. Mashinter with both for the visitors. Zajac and Glennie for the home side. Jets in action tonight, taking on the Maple Leafs. Wrapping up their road trip are the Jets and getting ready for their bye week, if you will. 4-4 the score in that game, coming up on halfway through the third period. Couple of goals in the game for Patrick Laine. 30 on the season now. Get a whistle. And face-off coming back in the Rockford zone on an icing call.
We got a change here. We got Brandon Kitchton and Stojkovic coming out. Quick little change there after an icing call.
Another one of the new combinations as they've figured things out with Nolan Zajac in the mix tonight. Forward line staying as anticipated. Carry over from the road trip. Roslovic, Howden, Glennie. Here comes Roslovic in the slot. Takes a shot. That hit Glass up high. Loose in front. Sent wide. Tracking it down along the boards. Glennie to the line. Stojkovic. Right side. Kitchton. Kitchton got the puck low. Got away from Howden. Sent to the line, but not out. Now it'll take a hop. And Kitchton will retreat to send it to Stojkovic. Back to Kitchton it goes. Starting forward, Brendan Kitchton along the boards. Roslovic, and he knocked it on for Glennie, who gets it in deep. Striding out of his own zone. Svedberg played it forward right side for Mosey. Mosey sends it on the net, and Eric Comrie takes it against the logo and gets the whistle. We played a minute 41 of this third period, all tied at 2.
And again, Eric Comrie, making those key saves at the key times, and really, it's one of those things where you might not notice as the game progresses, but man, when you look back on some of the saves he's made in this game, he's really kept his team in it and given them a chance to win here tonight.
And
just
rarely
like he's done
does he
so many times.
Yeah, and rarely does he ever give you a free chance. No. That's a good example there. A shot from a wide angle, and he makes sure that's not going anywhere. You can drive the net all you want. You're not getting any scraps. Off the face-off, Rockford has it. Along the right side boards, Lundberg. Lundberg pressed to the wall there by Straight. Kicked forward, got by Lemieux. At the line, Norrell sends it deep. Ricochets around the kick plate. Slamming at it was Lodge, but he was stymied by Svedberg, who got along that boards very quickly and made it tough for the Moose to get out. Now in the neutral zone, Lundberg. Forward for Langlois. Langlois along the boards, being checked by DeLeo. Puck comes to Lundberg. Lundberg, 2 goals in the season series between these teams. Got the puck on to Lemieux. Lemieux bumped Polka down. Moose will get it off the glass and out. Trying to track it down is Chase DeLeo. Gets in there up against Gustafsson. Gustafsson cleared the zone. Moose caught with too many, but not caught with too many, if you know what I mean. They recognized they were in trouble and quickly got a man back on the bench.
About as close as you can get right there.
Sent down low in the left wing corner. McNeil. McNeil checked by Noger. Noger supported by Zajac. Puck gets away from him. Now Zajac with a good stick will break it up. And along the boards, DeSalvo to Zajac. Quick pass to Noger, and it's out. 2-2 the score. 3 minutes played in the third period. Shot in by Rockford. Bounces off the end boards. There's Comrie. He plays it to Noger. Noger to the line. Held in by Forsling. Forsling goes to Johnson out of Grand Forks, North Dakota. And UND. And now it's played in behind the Moose goal, at least below the goal line. D'Souza to the line. Long drive. Saved by Comrie. And again, he absorbs it and drops his left hand on it to get the whistle, stopping the play. 16:38 remains in this third period. And Nolan Zajac, we're getting to know his play a little bit more as this game unfolds. And it was interesting to watch him on that last sequence in the defensive zone, because here's a guy who's listed at about 5'11" and 180 pounds, and he's along the boards, and yet he's finding ways with his reach, with his reads, to break up passes, to break up little battles along the boards, to get the puck moving quickly when he gets it to a teammate. And so you don't always have to have that big size slamming people around.
Oh, that's right, and that's one of the things that you have to use is your mind and your brain a little more as a smaller guy to compensate for that size difference.
Off the face-off, quick shot, they score! Vaughn with a drive. It seemed to catch Comrie a little bit by surprise and squeezed in under the blocker hand. I'm not sure if he saw that all the way. It was a kind of an awkward reaction from Eric Comrie.
Yeah, and it was a bit of a last-ditch effort to get that puck off. Coming across, Bond coming across the top of the circles here and just fires it at the net. Looked like it could have been redirected off a Moose player, but Eric Comrie looking like he wanted to have that one back.
And D'Souza was in the high slot waving his stick as the shot was taken. He was battling with Brendan Kitchton, and I don't know if he touched it, but it may have thrown Eric Comrie off.
Well, it looked like he celebrated like he got a piece of that one, but I guess we'll see on the goal call here.
So Rockford, who had a 2-0 lead after one and saw it disappear, now back out in front. 3-2 early in the third. Moose back to the attack. They're in the Rockford zone at the line. Their shot, Glass the save. And then he holds on with Quentin Howden snooping around.
Yeah, don't count these Moose out just yet. Another good pushback after a goal. You got Jack Roslovic on the ice with Quentin Howden and Scott Glennie, and you can tell like Roslovic wants a goal tonight. He's hungry.
Jack Roslovic, a guy who's having an outstanding rookie season, just going through a bit of a quiet spell now in terms of goal scoring. But all part of the learning process. And when you're a top two-line center in the American Hockey League and just turned 20, there's going to be some lessons learned along the way.
His ninth of the season, unassisted at 3:30.
So an unassisted goal for Rockford has them out in front, 3-2 here in the third, and now the Ice Hogs are called for icing. Face-off will come back in the Rockford zone.
Again, a good response from the Moose here. Could put some good pressure on these Ice Hogs, making them forcing them to ice the puck. We'll have another opportunity here on a face-off from the offensive zone with DeSalvo, Olsen, and Kosmachuk. Try to get something going off this draw.
And if you didn't pick it up clearly on the announcement from Evan Duncan in the building, it was the 9th of the year for Bond, according to the referee. So no deflection on the way. Rockford 3-2. Playing the Ice Hog zone. Kosmachuk in the slot area, bounced away from Mott. Now Mott's got it, sends it forward for Mosey. Mosey's got Olaine, heads to the goal, shoots it, saved by Comrie, and it's a key stop.
Big time save there by Eric Comrie again.
Back on the puck is Mosey, long shot, Comrie stops it, no loose pucks in front. And the Moose hang in there, they're within a goal, and you know, sometimes you look to your goaltender to see just what his state is. And after a goal that you don't see scored on Eric Comrie very often, he makes that key save, an excellent stop off of Mosey driving the net.
Yeah, for a young kid, the reset that he has on his just mindset after goals is pretty amazing. He's never truly phased by a goal. It doesn't ever seem like anyway. He plays it calm, cool, and collected, and makes a big save on a partial breakaway there.
He always says one puck at a time, and I kind of chuckle about it sometimes, but when you think about it, that's all that matters, right?
That's right, the next save.
And he just made a good one. Connor down the right side into the Rockford zone, along the boards, played it in the slot area, and was collected by the Ice Hogs. They'll chip it to the center circle. And now it's deemed a glove pass, so a whistle stopped things. Peter Stojkovic, I think, was the one who was knocking it down, and Kyle Connor skating on by, pulled it in. And so they stopped the play with 15-15 to go in this third period. Kyle Connor, 10 points in his last 14 games. Got a couple of multi-point games along that stretch. Had 2 assists in Grand Rapids on Wednesday. And has just fit in really nicely in this combination with Patrice Cormier and J.C. Lapon. He's got some big bodies to find the puck for him. Played in the Rockford end, into the forecheck. Lapon working on Polka. A turnover, but now Rockford's got it. Lundberg, right side of the Moose zone. Lundberg slows things up, delays, gets to the center, shoots and scores. Lundberg just given too much room and time, and he whipped it up over the glove side of Eric Comrie. 2 goals now in the third, and Rockford's back on top by a pair.
Yeah, Lundberg with a good individual effort there, coming down the ice. A bit of confusion at the Moose blue line as to who is going to take who, and then a bit of a blown wheel there, but I think it was Kitchen, and your players didn't help you out there too much. You get a free ride to the middle of the slot area and right over top of the glove of Eric Comrie.
Well, and Lundberg was not only able to get centrally, but he was also able to get pretty close to the net. There was a big gap between the defenders and number 25 coming in, and so now Lundberg's got 3 goals in the season series between these teams. And Rockford suddenly, when it looked like they'd given away all their momentum in this hockey game, has the only 2 goals to the third, and they're back up by a couple.
Yeah,
4-2.
That's a steep road to climb here in the third period, going down by 2, but again, lots of hockey left, and it's a doable situation.
The assist to number 29, Billy Puka. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 4 seconds. That's Lundberg, his 8th of the season. The assist to Puka.
4-2 the score. It's Lundberg from Polka, as you heard. And now Manitoba trying to climb back from a 2-goal deficit once again. Into the Rockford zone, bumped out by the Ice Hogs. Back on it is Churchman. Churchman striding forward, crosses the line, snaps it in, punched aside by Glass off the blocker. Churchman has the puck along the boards. Went low looking for DeLeo. Forsling finds it. Some good skating there. Cuts inside and gets away from Howden and plays it on to Abbott. Abbott down the right wing side. Angle shot deflected. Stopped by Comrie. He's going to hold it. And we're going to get our first commercial timeout of period 3. 13:45 to go in the third period. It's Rockford 4 and Manitoba 2 on MooseHockey.com.
Mommy always said,
You can do anything. She was right. I even helped build the hospital my daughter was born in.
Looking to blaze a new career path? Consider Manitoba Building Trades, Manitoba's unionized construction industry. We build what others can only imagine.
My mom built that.
Learn more at mbtrades.ca and discover new career choices at buildtogether.ca.
Come build with us.
It usually starts like this.
Furnaces? Sure. We repair all makes and models 24/7.
Then later...
Yeah, sorry, man. We don't stock that part. And our parts supplier charges us $100 to open up after hours. Are you okay with that extra fee?
Who needs surprises like that? At Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning, our fully stocked service department never closes. And we refuse to pass along unexpected fees to our customers. Call Tradesman anytime. Call 888-2020. We'll answer. Promise.
Find out more at alwaysopen.ca.
Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning Manitoba Moose Hockey continues on MooseHockey.com.
Back at MTS Center, Mitch Peacock with Derek Meach. We've got 13:45 to go in the third period. It was 2-0 Rockford after 1. 2-2 after 2 as the Moose get goals from Zajac and Glennie, but Rockford's got a pair here in the third. And the 2-goal lead back at 4-2. And Derek Meach, we were advised going into the game to keep an eye on the Rockford defense and how they help out on the forecheck, and they've been impactful in the game.
They sure have, and you know, you've seen that Polka's been on one of the goals with an assist, and a couple of their guys have done a really good job in that 5-man forecheck that they have, and stalling the Moose in their own end on the boards. They've done a really good job taking those boards away, not letting any pucks get through and by them, and that enables them to stay in the offensive zone for an extended period of time, which has really hurt the Moose, and especially in this third period.
They really wear you down. 13:39 to go in the third. And it's 4-2 Rockford thanks to those 2 goals here in the period. Play in the Moose zone. And it looks like it was played with a high stick or a gloved hand. So we get a whistle, and they're going to move it out of the Moose zone. Rockford was basically cheating.
Yeah, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
And so the face-off goes outside the Moose line. Roslovic with Howden and Glennie. Churchman and Straight, and off the face-off it will come to Churchman. Churchman in the neutral zone, right side at center for Roslovic. He gives to Howden. Howden's in the right circle. Spins away from some checking. Drops the puck off. Roslovic shoots. A good save by the netminder. Rebound is available, and Roslovic's got it. He looks threatening on this shift. Was checked into the wall by Svedberg. And Rockford's able to bump it out, but a good test there off the stick of Jack Roslovic. Back they go into the Moose zone. 7 minutes played in the third. Rockford with 2 in the frame. They've got the 4-2 lead. Bouncing puck bounces wide of the Rockford net. Picked up by DeSalvo. Dan DeSalvo working along the end boards. Had it taken away by Latta. Forward for Mott, but he couldn't find it. Noget's got it. Noget forced deep by the checking of Latta. Noget gives the puck to Zajac. Started forward on the right side for Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk got it across the Rockford line, not deep. Gustafsson with 2 assists in the game, got it to the line. Noget flips it towards the net. Glass knocked it away with the blocker. In behind the goal it goes. Gustafsson sent forward for Mosey, who skated well tonight. On for Latta, too far for him. Comrie out to handle. He'll go to his right, Noget. Then onward for Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk flipped it from his side of center ice. Knocked it away with the blocker. Go into the wall by spins away from and Straight, and off the face-off it will come to Churchman. Churchman in the neutral zone, right side at center for Roslovic. He gives to Howden. Howden's in the right circle. Spins away from some checking. Drops the puck off. Roslovic shoots. A good save by the netminder. Rebound is available, and Roslovic's got it. He looks threatening on this shift. Was checked into the wall by Svedberg. And Rockford's able to bump it out, but a good test there off the stick of Jack Roslovic. Back they go into the Moose zone. 7 minutes played in the third. Rockford with 2 in the frame. They've got the 4-2 lead. Bouncing puck bounces wide of the Rockford net. Picked up by DeSalvo. Dan DeSalvo working along the end boards. Had it taken away by Latta. Forward for Mott, but he couldn't find it. Noget's got it. Noget forced deep by the checking of Latta. Noget gives the puck to Zajac. Started forward on the right side for Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk got it across the Rockford line, not deep. Gustafsson with 2 assists in the game, got it to the line. Noget flips it towards the net. Glass knocked it away with the blocker. In behind the goal it goes. Gustafsson sent forward for Mosey, who skated well tonight. On for Latta, too far for him. Comrie out to handle. He'll go to his right, Noget. Then onward for Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk flipped it from his side of center ice. And they'll have to go back into the Moose zone for a face-off, and that's a little detail that Scott Kosmachuk will be shaking his head over.
Yeah, I tried to get that flip and have it land in the right spot, but it went a little too far, and now Moose find themselves back in their end.
Teams were tied after the second at 2. Moose have 12 points from 11 games, being tied after 2. Rockford 9 points from 13 games, tied after 2. Off the draw, it comes to Kosmachuk. Kosmachuk along the boards, had it taken away. It's in the Moose zone, down in that left corner. McNeil, checked by Zajac. Hops to DeSalvo. He got it as far as the line just outside they rule, and now DeSalvo back on it. He's between the blue lines, had it for a moment, got it back and dumped it in. 11:45 to go in the third. 4-2 the score in favor of Rockford. Langlois is at center. Will stride across the Moose line on the left side. Taken wide and bumped by Kitchton. Puck comes to Stojkovic. He'll play it to his left for Connor. Onward for Lapon. JC skating well. Gets the puck into the left corner. After it is Cormier. Lapon centered it. Nobody there in blue. It'll go all the way down. And Eric Comrie's out to handle. 8:45 played here in the third.
I was going to say the Moose really trying to get something going, but when you try to just throw those hope plays in front of the net and they're not going to anybody, that's a tough way to try to get something going.
Hard to manage the puck that way, but we'll see what they do now as they get back at the offensive end. Lapon along the left wing boards. Lapon to the line. There's Zajac, who's got a goal in the game. Goes to Lapon, hit the goalpost, rebound, and it's blocked in front. The netminder was down and out, and Connor's shot was blocked. It looked like it was Svedberg who got a piece of it. Looked like 4-3 was inevitable there. In the center circle, Lapon hoists the puck in the air. He'll get it in deep so he can get a change. Back after it, Gustafsson. He's bumped by Connor. And now a collision. The Moose get the puck back. Connor trying to drive to the net. He's checked and loses the handle. Sent forward for Johnson. Johnson in the neutral zone. A pass to Gustafsson. Gustafsson shoots it in. Bounces off the boards, handled by Lodge, who goes to Zajac. Zajac's going to start it ahead for Lodge. Jimmy Lodge with pace through the neutral ice area. In across that Rockford line. Sends it off the kick plate down low behind the net for Lemieux. Lemieux battling with Polka. Goes to DeLeo. And out of Zajac. Zajac along the right side. Had it. Spun around. Lost it. Stays in the battle. Ultimately cleared by Rockford. Churchman back into his own end. Lead pass for Lemieux. Lemieux made a move at the blue line. DeLeo went in early. The Moose will have to regroup. Rockford skating out just past the midway mark of period 3. 2 goals in the frame for Rockford. Ice Hogs 4 and Moose 2. Right wing corner, Abbott being watched by Straight. Abbott drops it down left wing low for Carrick. Carrick trying to get away from Straight. Goes to the line for Abbott, but the puck was hopping. And it ends up back in the Rockford zone. Glass whips it off that glass and gets it out. Latta across the Moose line. Tried to get the puck to Mott. Lost his balance. Up and away are the Moose down the left side. Howden. Howden plays it in the left wing corner. There's Glennie in behind the Rockford net. Played now to Glennie. Now Stojkovic. The shot kicked aside by Glass. It's a good looking shift here for Manitoba as they get it down to the offensive end. In behind the goal, working with it is Glennie. Tried to chip it out front, he did. Picked off by Latta. This line for Rockford in need of a change. Latta flipped it. He's waiting for Mosey to get there, and he does. Did a nice job to send it left side for Lundberg. 8.5 minutes to go in the third. Rockford looking to stretch this lead out. There's a shot from Mosey that doesn't get through. Plays it to the right wing side. Comes to the line, Polka. Left side, Gustafsson. Long shot, saved Comrie. There is a rebound, and nearly a chance in tight for Lundberg. Couldn't get a stick on it. Back to play at Polka. Sends it out between the blue lines. DeSalvo was checked there by Lundberg. McNeil back into his own end. Sends it off the boards to Gustafsson. He goes on for Langlois. Langlois, or Langlois as he prefers to be called, getting it forward for Lundberg. Now the Moose have it. They're going back the other way. Here comes Kosmachuk looking for Olsen. Olsen goes to the boards with Dahlstrom. Coming away with it, Langlois. Langlois is on for Forsling. Forsling didn't like what he saw, spins back in his own zone. Gustav Forsling, just 20 years of age, played 36 games with the Hawks earlier this season. Not bad for a young defenseman. Now Rockford content to bump it out. They're trying to manage the clock. 7:25 to go in the third. 4-2 the score in favor of the Ice Hogs. They're in their own end off a shoot-in. And we get a penalty coming up here. Is it a penalty or is it just high sticking on the puck?
Looks like a penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty to Churchman.
High stick.
That's a tough one for the Moose. 7:17 to go in period 3. They're down by 2. And they got a big penalty coming up when we get back to the action here at the MTS Center on moosehockey.com.
Goche Cadillac Buick GMC is Winnipeg's choice for premium cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Proudly serving Cadillac Buick and GMC drivers for over 14 years strong. Goche prides themselves on providing award-winning service and the best selection. Whether you're looking for a GMC or Buick like the Sierra, Terrain, Enclave, Verano, Encore, or Envision, or a Cadillac like the XT5 SUV or the CT6 sedan, you know where to go. Goche Cadillac Buick GMC.com and at 2400 McPhillips.
In this ever-changing world, you've got to step up your game.
Already one of our country's top 10 most innovative and research-intensive colleges, Red River College now ranks #1 in Canada for partnership growth. Here we play a team game and we understand that innovation impacts return on investment, partnerships open doors, and industry connections help our students succeed.
Applied, innovative, game-changing. Red River College. The difference is here.
This is Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning, Manitoba Moose Hockey on moosehockey.com.
Back at the MTS Center, Mitch Peacock alongside Derek Meach. 4-2 Rockford leading the Moose. Kevin Churchman in the penalty box as we went to commercial. Jets and Maple Leafs 4-4. They're headed for overtime at the Air Canada Center. A couple of goals for Patrick Laine in that one. He's got 30 for the season. And this is a gigantic penalty kill for the Manitoba Moose now, Derek Meach. They need to find a way through this.
Yeah, this is huge. And you could tell just before the call, the Moose were kind of thinking now or never. You know, they're trying to get some offensive chances. They're trying to get something going. But for this to happen at this point is a steep climb for them. But who knows? Maybe a shorthanded goal, something. I got to put it out there, Mitch.
Put it out there. Never hurts. Good start to the PK for the Moose. They get a face-off, get it down the ice. Back to pick it up. Gustafsson has got a couple of assists in the game tonight. 7 points in his last 8 games from the blue line for Gustafsson. Sent down the Manitoba zone, back onto it, Nogier. Around the wall for LaPlante. He can't get it out. At the line, Gustafsson plays it on for Abbott. Abbott, left side low, Carrick to the line, Gustafsson. Now to the right side, Polka back to the line, center of the blue, Gustafsson. Left side, Carrick. Along the goal line, Abbott. Now it's dropped for Gustafsson. He blasts it, and it ends up wide of the goal. Comes back to the point, Gustafsson. To his right for Polka. Polka down the wall, snaps it right on the target. Eric Comrie, no trouble there. Makes the save and holds. The shot's now 29-26 in favor of Rockford. They've got the 4-2 lead. Rockford with 9 shots here in the third period. And the Moose with 9 shots as well, but it's Rockford with the only 2 goals. Bond is 9th, Lundberg is 8th. .106 to go on the penalty to Churchman.
Now they got Forsling and Dahlstrom back at the point now.
A couple of good skilled guys to try and work things around for Rockford. The Moose will have to be ready. Howden, DeLeo, the defending forwards. Stojkovic and Kitchton defending on the D side of things in this 4-man unit for the Moose. Right wing corner, Mott to the line for Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom fires. Comrie spied it through the traffic and holds on. Another whistle, another face-off inside the Manitoba zone.
Yeah, good job by the Moose there, not letting them come across to the guy they want to get it to. And Dahlstrom elects to get a quick shot on net with a bit of a tip in front, but a good job by Eric Comrie.
Hard to believe the way we've witnessed this Rockford team play here tonight, that they are where they are in the standings. And you look at their road record, they've won 5 games on the road all season long, 5 out of 25.
Yeah, it almost looks like a team that's sort of underachieved a little bit to a certain extent. They got some serious skill here.
Yeah, they kind of relaunched themselves since Jeff Glass arrived. There's a confidence and a competitiveness to the team. And a point or better in 8 straight until they lost 2-0 to Charlotte on Saturday. Come into the game here tonight ahead of the Moose in the standings, 7th, the Moose in 8th. No matter what happens here tonight, Rockford with enough of a cushion, they'll be ahead, and they lead in this game. Penalty coming up to Rockford. Straight moves in, shoots and scores! Brian Straight has his first goal of the season, and the Moose are back within 1. And boy, if anybody deserved a goal for the Moose tonight, it was Brian Straight. He was having a strong outing.
Well, you could tell he was hungry for one tonight. He's been all over the ice in the offensive zone. And I mean, look at this play. What a great individual effort after getting almost a horse collar takedown there. He comes down, stays with the puck, and a really nice shot right to the 5-hole on Jeff Glass. Might want that one back, but doesn't matter now. Brian Straight's happy about that one. He gets his team that much closer to tying this hockey game up.
Yeah, I don't think Glass likes that one, but I do think that Brian Straight's doing exactly what the coaching staff is asking of him here. He's jumping into lanes, he's pushing pucks to the net, and sometimes you catch a break.
That's right, looking good.
Short-handed goal. Churchman out of the box. The team's back at 5-on-5, so Manitoba with a real bonus there. They not only kill the penalty, they get a goal to get to within 1. Now they can't get out of the zone. Mosey's shot blocked by Strait. Moose hemmed in some, trying to make something happen. Svedberg, he'll get it to the line. Norrell with a drive. That went off of Howden. Tracking it down, the most recent scorer, Strait. Onward for Howden. Howden couldn't get it out, was checked in the back. It's sent in behind the Manitoba net. Noger over to get it. Noger played it forward, knocked down at the line, but not managed by the Ice Hogs. And Howden sends it forward for Roslovic. 4:25 to go in the third. Rockford 4, Manitoba 3. 2-2 after 2. Ice Hogs get a couple here in the third. The Moose back to within 1.
And it's a difficult time to get scored on with under 5 to go. That's when you tighten up and you say, oh, this team's coming hard at us. Anything could happen at this point.
That's what the Moose are hoping for, that next goal. Chipped out by the Ice Hogs at the Moose line. Churchman got it into the neutral zone. D'Souza's there, sends it back to his own line. Comes over to Polka. Polka forward for Johnson. Then D'Souza's on it. D'Souza takes a tumble. Finding the puck is Zajac, and he'll scoop it high in the air. Goes to the Rockford line. Managed to get it deep to the Moose in the right corner. Lodge works against Forsling. Played to D'Souza. D'Souza snaps it off the boards. Back into the Manitoba zone. 3:25 remaining in period 3. DeLeo to Zajac. Zajac now with a pass on the tape for Lapon. Lapon makes his way across the Rockford line. Along the boards, drops it back to the line. There's Kitchen up on the play. Kitchen with a backhand, saved by Glass as Lapon went to the front of the net, and he got a little tangled up with Glass, just letting Jeff Glass know that he's around, and the Moose are hanging around. 4-3, Manitoba within 1, 3:13 to go in the third on moosehockey.com.
There's only 3 words you need to know when you come to Birchwood Nissan. Yes, you can.
Can I drive away in a new Rogue today?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can.
Can I get the Ultima that I saw?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can.
Can I get the best price and the best service?
At Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can. When it comes to the Nissan model you want at Birchwood Nissan, yes, you can. Come to the #1 Nissan dealer in the prairies. Birchwood Nissan in the Point West Auto Park, and 24 hours a day at birchwoodnissan.ca.
I'm having trouble with my furnace. Can you send someone out?
Sure. Would you prefer morning 8 to 12 or afternoon 1 till 4?
Much later.
They're still not here.
That's frustrating. At Tradesman Heating and Air, we respect your time and will give you a call or text message before we come out. Our service department never closes. So even if you call us in the evening or on the weekend, you will not pay any extra fees and you will get expert answers to your questions. Call Tradesman anytime. 888-2020. We'll answer. Promise.
Find out more at alwaysopen.ca.
You're listening to Tradesman Heating and Air Conditioning, Manitoba Moose Hockey on moosehockey.com.
Back at MTS Center for the exciting conclusion of this one, and maybe not the conclusion. Who knows? We could go beyond 60 minutes. Rockford 4, Manitoba 3. 3:13 to go in the third period. Shots are 30-28 for the Ice Hogs, who had a 4-2 lead, 5:04 into this third period. But Brian Strait has since scored his first goal of the season, a short-handed goal at 14:32. And Manitoba's got themselves within 1. Face-off in the Rockford zone. Cormier, Connor, Lapon, Strait, and Kitchen for Manitoba.
And as we talked about before, Mitch, again, these guys, when they seem down and out, they're not down and out. They find a way of keeping it close and just fighting their way back into a game.
Got a chance to take something from this one, hoping to put an end to a 3-game losing spell. Taken out of the defensive end by Rockford. They're in the attacking end. Carrickson on goal. Backhand save Comrie. He looked around. He need not do that as the Moose are back the other way. Down the left side is Connor. Connor puts it in the right corner in that Rockford zone. Over to play it. Cormier kicks it off the boards to Connor. To the line for Straight. Straight winds, fires, and it's into the glove of Jeff Glass, who reached up and plucked that one out of the air with his left hand.
Brian Straight looking for his second of the year there. Another good shot on net.
It's funny how it goes, eh? Something clicks, you got a confidence, you got a little energy, and you get one and feel like why not give it a try?
It's contagious.
Yeah. Straight, a smile on his face over at the Moose bench.
Nice to see.
Yeah, good to see. Roslovic, Howden, Glennie, Zajac, Churchman from Manitoba. So we see the pairings shaken up a little bit down the stretch here as the Moose push for an equalizer. That one cleared up and out of play by the Ice Hogs, not for a penalty. Swin on the Moose bench. 2:40 to go in the third.
Well, they've got the right guys out there for equalizer here. Jack Roslovic, Quentin Howden, Scott Glennie, guys that have chipped in on goals already, and see what they can do here in the offensive zone faceoff.
Draws to the left of Glass in the zone to our left. Roslovic's a right-hand shot, strong side for him. He pushes it forward, tries to get to it, but Polka's there, gets it to Langlois. Held in by Zajac. Zajac's down the wall, sends the puck low. Glennie's there. Had it slide away. Gustafson knocks it forward. It'll go down to the Moose end. Icing waved off. Comrie out to stop it. Has a look right and left and goes left to Zajac. He'll give it back to Churchman. Churchman to Roslovic. Roslovic backhands it forward out of the reach of Glennie. Played back into Moose territory. Zajac forward for Roslovic. Onward for Howden. Howden got it to Glennie, left wing corner. He goes behind the net with the puck. Churchman's up in the play. 2 minutes to go in the third. 4-3 Rockford. Moose looking to tie it. Zajac left point. Gives the puck off to Roslovic. Roslovic tries to go down the left wing and will do so. Gets in behind the net, takes a bump, stays on the puck. Gustafson slaps it away from him. Moose hold it in as coming down the line was Churchman. Well, then cleared by the Ice Hogs. Manitoba will make a change. Coming up on a minute and a half to go in the third period. Kyle Connor's got the puck. He's out of his own zone. He's into the Rockford zone, but in just a shade early was a teammate. And offside is called. A very close one at that Rockford blue line. 1:28 to go in the third period. 4-3 the score. The Ice Hogs with the lead. They've got 2 in the period. Vaughn at 3:30. Lundberg at 5:04. And then Straight makes it the 1-goal affair that it is at 14:32. Short-handed. Net now close to becoming empty for the Moose as Eric Comrie is way out top of the face-off circles, waiting to see who wins the draw. And when it's played down the ice by Rockford, Comrie stays in the net. Moose looking to transition, get that extra skater out. Crossing center is Connor, flips it in on Glass. Glass has to go down to stop it, will hold it. And that will clearly allow the Moose to get the netminder to the bench, the extra skater on. May even see a timeout. We'll see. 1:07 to go here in the third period as the Moose look to tie it up.
Yeah, you could see Pascal Vincent talking to his assistant coaches on the bench there, trying to figure something out, and it looks like they're going to take a timeout here and talk things over for an offensive draw.
Mark Morrison with a quick sketch on the whiteboard there, showed it to Pascal and got the go ahead. They're going to have that 30-second spell to get a play sorted and make sure everybody understands their routes.
Yeah. The key here is an offensive draw win here, and you got to think that Chase DeLeo might be on the draw here. He's been fairly good on draws tonight from what I've seen so far, so probably look to a guy like that to get a big time win for you in a draw late in the game here. We'll see what they throw at the Ice Hogs here.
It is late in the game, but still 1:07. Face off in that Rockford zone down to our left. And it looks like they've got all kinds of options to take the face off. They've got Roslovic out there, Cormier out there, DeLeo out there, Kyle Connor. It's going to be the wily veteran, Patrice Cormier. Net's empty, 6 skaters on 5 for Manitoba. Cormier Opposite Carrick. Cormier wins it, gets it back to the line. Churchman fires it, didn't miss by much, but it did hit the boards and it clears the zone all the way back in Moose territory. Into the final minute of period 3. The Moose need one to stretch this one out. Roslovic's got it. He gives to Connor, who's got speed through the neutral zone. He flips it in the corner, right side. Roslovic on the forecheck. Gustafsson will knock it to Maschinter. Maschinter with 2 goals in the game, not thinking hat-trick now, just trying to make sure his team wins. Played to the Manitoba line. There's Churchman ahead for Roslovic. He deflects it to the left corner. Cormier hustles in, bumps Polka to the boards. Puck comes along the left side wall. Churchman beaten by Carrick, goes to Maschinter, and he snaps it high of the empty net. Over to get the puck is Kyle Connor. He gives it to Brendan Kitchton. 15 seconds to go as the Moose skated out of their own zone. Connor across center, flips the puck in, tries to track it down. DeLeo helping, checks Gustafsson. 5 seconds to go in the third period. At the line, Churchman with a backhand. The Moose desperate for the equalizer. The Ice Hogs will claim the win. The horn sounds and Rockford takes this one 4-3 at the MTS Center. The Ice Hogs outscore the Moose 2-1 in the